new stuff.
Oh yeah, and this game just keeps developing, and there's some absolute grime in this game. It is so crazy what the players can come up with. I posted about it on Twitter just a little while ago. Just as I was just preparing for tonight, just going through everything, I remembering that Blazblue Cross Tag is sort of a low-key Galaxy Brain game. The combos on the surface look super simple, but once you start implementing this tag mechanic, my mind just always explodes. I lose it to see all of the BS that we're hoping to see tonight.
Yeah, and we already, in our first match that we're going to load up here, have some what would be considered non-traditional teams. So we have a Heart and Mitsuru with Golden Mop, and Aegis Batista. So got some zoning, we have some game mechanics that are being brought in from individual games like Heart's homing dash that she brings from Arcana Heart Love Max 6 stars. So it's going to be exciting to see what the players bring. This is not something that we would see normally in a first match, but I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I love seeing the niche characters that people pull off. You see Yumi and Adachi left and right, like nobody's business.
Right.
But Mitsuru we saw a lot of in the previous patch, or before 2.0, which seems like so long ago. But even like Aegis and Batista didn't have that strong of a showing, even though they've been in the game for so long. Aegis has some oppressive shenanigans with her Orgia mode, which she maintained from the Persona 4 Arena games.
Mm-hmm. And paired with Batista, the Batista assists can also be oppressive, so there's probably going to be a lot of lockdown coming from Stay Puft.
Yeah, and you have to be incredibly careful on defense, especially with someone who has such a tricky way to get in with the high-low shenanigans that Aegis has. And even Heart with her left-right, she has some tricky dash mix-up, and Mitsuru and Batista both have some high-lows shenanigans of their own that I am excited to see as always. It's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm really, really thrilled. So thanks to Low Kick for inviting me and having Dostro back, because this is our Frosty Faustings reunion. So we're ready to get into some matches whenever our players are.
Indeed, we are. I'm just curious to see how this matchup is going to play out. The zoning from Mr. Stay Puft seems pretty standard in the neutral game. Aegis has her bullets that she can send out with her B buttons, I believe. And Batista, of course, has her beams and balls. But if the Golden Mop can use his maneuverability to get in, it's going to be hard it's going to be hard on defense against that team. It's just going to be nuts.
Right, and Mitsuru, despite the minor nerfs that she received in 2.0, is still a really fast character. So if she can get in, it's going to be difficult for the opposition to get her out, which is what Batista really wants, is to get her away.
Support routine for Type 7 Aegis initiated.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
All right, and here we go. Let's see what happens.
Testing the air at the beginning, but the assist call from Mr. Stay Puft getting right in there. Stay Puft using the assist to cover the ground, but because he didn't have any assist there, he wasn't allowed to punish, and the Golden Mop just getting right in there after that burst.
Yeah, it was interesting because he came in and he hit 5C, and I'm not sure if he did that on purpose, but he recovered pretty quickly and got a nice corner combo in there. No, he keeps doing that. I wonder if he just expects to have you there.
Oh, that's a punish! And Mitsuru eats it. The damage in this game is absolutely nuts. If you just blink once, you are going to explode, and Golden Mop on the back foot is getting beat up by the Batista assist right now.
He's really got to watch out for those. Although he used the heart projectiles pretty well to put Aegis back in the corner. He might die here, he's got the meter to do it.
That was so fast. The reset, the homing dash from Heart, I know, such a tricky move. Now she has all this meter. All this meter to spend. It's going to be hard going right in for the mix-up. The high-low with the right confirmed. This might actually be a dead Batista.
It could be. Oh, he did get a chance to resonance though. This could be a comeback for Stay Puft.
We're getting caught by the ball.
And he did get caught, so that's 1 for Mr. Stay Puft.
Shifting to sleep mode.
Man, and this game is absolutely nuts. That took less than a minute.
That was crazy. Yeah.
59 seconds.
Phew. And if you're unfamiliar with the way tag works, this is going to be all 3 out of 5. So in order to take a game or to take a set, you need to win 3 matches.
Yeah, this game goes way too fast. Up there as fast and as wild as most tag games. Marvel 3, Marvel 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna get there as fast as possible. And going right back into it. I see Golden Mop readying up. Not hesitating after that unfortunate loss previously.
Now, I wonder if Golden Mop will decide to put Heart... Yep, he decided to put Heart first. I thought that would be what he would do, just because Heart had an easier time against the team. As opposed to Mitsuru, even though she's fast, she never really got the opportunity to get in, and she died like 20 seconds in.
Yeah, Golden Mop was doing a very good job utilizing the homing dash. It seemed that Mr. Stay Puft was having a bit of trouble contesting it in the air, as we see just now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and there's that homing dash again. That was really well used against those bullets.
But Golden Mop not ready with the punish using the assist. Stay Puft just re-establishing neutral, but getting clipped in the recovery of the ball here. Oh, happy birthday!
Oh, never mind.
Who brought the cake? Oh, the big hearts. Oh! That was disgusting. Unfortunate for Golden Mop, didn't confirm. Easy burst there.
Mm-hmm. But we do have this full health Mitsuru to deal with. And she could definitely... Oh, she dropped the combo. Oh, stop with the hard assist. That worked out well.
Those long sword normals, the rapier, good push, or punish, or DP, excuse me, push block, whatever. Everything's happening.
It is. That's one of the hard things about commentating this game. It all happens so quickly, it's hard to pick what you want to talk about.
Now,
but I did want to talk about this double super that just took out Mr. Stay Puft. So now we're 1-1. Still a fast match.
The double Ds, the distortion, double... Ooh-wee. What a game.
Yep, so we're sitting at 1-1, and I think the switch to primarily playing Heart for Golden Mop worked out really well for him, because like you mentioned, Stay Puft was having a really hard time with that homing dash and couldn't quite figure out how to deal with it in the time that he was given. So probably is going to do the same thing, Golden Mop, I would suspect.
I'd like to see Stay Puft being able to control the air just a little bit better. The 2B from Aegis and the DP from Batista are very good anti-air options, and we should be able to keep the Golden Mop at bay there.
Right.
Oh,
good blocking.
Quick flip. Assist pickup had forever to get up the gems there, but went right past, and now Golden Mop getting those rapier normals in, goes for the instant overhead. Left, right. Playing patiently, getting around Batista here.
Golden Mop is doing a better job blocking than he did in the first round, where we saw Stay Puft take it. But deep from Mr. Stay Puft.
And Batista's DP, one of the best to do, but couldn't anti-air the homing dash. Such a good option from Golden Mop, going for the hard-to-block mix-up there. Stay Puft contesting, but not able to keep up with the homing dash from Heart here. I see that's really one of Golden Mop's just best options in this player matchup right now.
Definitely. Ooh, nice assist from Mitsuru, but he wasn't really able to get as much off it. Oh, never mind, homing dash is back in. That's a good punish.
The armor property on the B normals, he was just holding it ready to punish. And gets that quick clip off the assist. Golden Mop taking a confident game 3, 2-1 up over Mr. Stay Puft on match point right now.
He's made a lot of adjustments. He's blocking, or Golden Mop is blocking a lot more and a lot more effectively, and he's also not letting Stay Puft take control of the air like he had in the very first game. And that's where a lot of Stay Puft's gameplay is comfortable in the air.
what I see Stay Puft doing is just jumping up back, putting something on screen, and calling an assist just to punish any sort of approach that might come up. But the way that they're using it is Mr. Stay Puft is losing some of that tag meter, and that's an incredibly valuable resource in this game.
Right. It definitely is.
Not round start challenge against Mitsuru.
Yeah, exactly. That 5A is so fast. Still one of the fastest moves in the game.
Oh, challenges paints the DP. No
was a
push
really
blocking
nice
today. Almost had the 2B anti-air, but Mr. Stay Puft mashing, returning to neutral with these balls right here. Stay Puft, the mind reader. He's bringing out all the stops here. Blocks the overhead catch.
Golden Mop. Yeah, his blocking is great. He's being so patient in his gameplay right now.
He just has the read.
Looks like well, and it seems like Mr. Stay Puft is panicking. Like you said, it's game 3, and he keeps DPing, and panic DP is definitely a thing in this game.
Now, when I first picked up this game, I thought mapping DP and push block to the same button was a terrible decision. Why would you ever do this? But as I keep playing, I think, man, that was such a great idea. Why wouldn't you do this?
Right. Although sometimes when you go for a push block, you end up getting a DP and then you get hit. So it's a problem. But with that, Golden Mop takes our first game.
3-1, moving on to fight Duckator in the next round.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a game. Unfortunately, we're not going to see that one on stream, but we are going to next see Velvet versus, I believe the name is Isan Jakob? If you know better how to pronounce that name, please feel free to correct me.
Your guess is as good as mine. That was just about as much as I was going to say. But just thinking back on this Golden Mop versus Mr. Stay Puft, Mr. Stay Puft was just on the back foot so frequently, and especially at the very end, the panic just totally sets in. In a game that goes as fast as this, you have to stay composed.
Yeah, and it's hard in any fighting game to stay in the moment and not think about, oh man, in the last match I did this, or in the last, 5 seconds I did this. Oh, I screwed that up, better not do that. You don't have time to reflect when you're in the game. You have to, keep your head in it and make sure that you are, constantly paying attention to what's going on, or else you start doing panic DPs or not being able to execute the buttons that you can do.
Yeah, and in a game as punishing as cross tag is, you can't give your opponent an inch to work with. They will take a mile, especially with the cross combo mechanic. We didn't really see any combos with it in the previous game, but when you get hit by a cross combo, that is all unrecoverable life, and that is dangerous.
It definitely is.
Managing health in a tag game like this it's so important in how you play, and when you have the character in the back, they recover health very fast.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very measured in how you're playing neutral. You need to know when to go right in or hold back and play defensively in order to let your secondary character recover the health.
Right, health management is definitely a mainstay of the tag style game, and in this one, if you're not managing your health because of the speed of the game, you can easily lose a character, or if you're not paying attention, your opponent can put a character in the partner position and gain all of that health back, and suddenly you have 2 mostly healthy characters to deal with instead of just 1.
Yeah, even when you have just 2 characters on less than half life, it's so much more of a force in this game than having maybe 3/4 to a full health character, even with resonance active.
Mm-hmm. Just the advantages of having 2 characters in a tag game. You have all of your assists available, you have the combo routes through cross combo, you just have so many more options than you do if you're limited to 1 character.
Yeah,
And a
in
lot
game.
of the times, with these, your team synergy is what you're relying on, and you've practiced all of these combo routes with assist combos, with cross combo, and you know how those routes go, and there's a lot more improvisation when you're playing 2 against 1.
Exactly. And just being, or having 2 characters, you have access to such incredible control of the neutral game when you can willingly call assists. A lot of the theory in playing neutral and tag games like this is setting up an opportunity where the assist can do the most work, especially when you have active switch and cross combo available to you. You need to get your opponent blocking and create the opening and create the mix-up.
Right, yeah, creating mix-ups is a huge part of this. So while we're waiting for our second player, let's talk a little bit about on Smash.gg, his name is Velvet, and here it's Insane Vault Boy. His team looks to be Yang Labras. Let's talk a little bit about that.
When I see a team like that, I'm sorry to say, but that just seems like the kind of team you can turn your brain off and just go in. Labras works so well with momentum, and Yang opens up and creates the momentum so easily. And while you may not be turning your brain off, it definitely seems like the kind of team that can totally steamroll once you have the opening.
So with Labras's axe level, I was playing with her a little bit today. The more axe level she has, which is located in the lower corner, left or right, depending on if player 1 or player 2 side, the more axe level that she has, the more damage she does. Apparently, if she has full axe level, with certain combos, she can one-touch a character.
Yeah, it's absolutely gross what the people who play these characters do. Like, I say it all the time to my friends, but Labras players will build up the axe meter and just one-touch you. Akihiko players will build up the tornado meter and one-touch you. And Naruto players are always searching for that mark.
Right. And like you were saying with Yang builds the momentum that Labras needs to get going. So, even though, again, we're going to cover this a lot today, especially because the last time we commentated together, 2.0 was still fairly new. Now we've been sitting with it since November of 2019. So most of the characters have, people have felt out where their strengths and their weaknesses now lie. And even though Yang got some nerfs, she was still left pretty untouched. And she is still an incredibly strong character.
Yeah, her B buttons have plenty and plenty of armor. They can go through most anything and even clash with a few supers here and there. But also, she's the only character in the game with just a pause button.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about Semblance. So Semblance happens, and this is, in case anybody's listening and they're not familiar with tag, or if you just need a reminder about how Yang works. At 30% health, Yang goes into what's called Semblance, where she gets more damage. Some of the properties on her moves change, and she gets arguably the most irritating song in the game, I Burn.
Yeah, it's a bit of a joke sometimes. It's it sounds to me like Yang Xiaolong is below 30% health right now.
Yeah, sometimes people make jokes about it. I actually made a joke once, so I was like, hey, if you can kill Yang, you don't have to hear I Burn if you do it fast enough.
Yeah,
and then I promptly got murdered by Yang, so
even the best players just get totally blown up by Semblance. It's honestly kind of hilarious sometimes.
It is. It's definitely if you're not familiar with playing Yang or playing against Yang, it can be a surprise. I'm interested to see, and now I know that there are some people who have been playing that aren't Velvet playing with this Yang Labras team. So I'm really interested to see how the synergy goes between the two characters, especially knowing that, the assists on both characters are going to be very important.
Now, even though Yang is a phenomenal point character, she's also an incredible support character. She has some truly tremendous assists, as well as tag-out setups with her high-low grab mix-ups. And really, I believe that Yang can go on just about any team.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely has a lot of viability and a lot of flexibility that lends herself well to different teams. I mean, I've seen Yang played with Naoto K. I've seen her played with Ruby. A lot of us are with Ruby. Played with Yumi. I've seen a couple Yang Adachis. She just lends herself well to a lot of different teams because her kit is pretty versatile.
Incredibly versatile, but Lapras is a very niche character. We don't really see her a lot in competitive play, from what I've seen at least. I think a big reason for that is her axe meter.
Right.
Well, she doesn't do the best damage without with a low axe meter. Once she gets it going, as we've said, she hits like a truck, but beyond that, she can sometimes struggle with neutral without the correct backup, even though she has her chain to drag herself in.
Right. Yeah, that chain is pretty crucial to her combos because it can either keep her opponent away or it can bring her to the opponent to, start doing some close quarters combat.
But off the chain, yeah, goes off the chain. She gets, I believe, a high or a low after it, and with the EX, she just gets a full combo, and even with assist, she gets bigger combos, and she builds that axe meter. I swear, with the if you just get hit first by Lapras, it is a steep hill to climb. She builds that axe meter incredibly fast sometimes.
Right, and going back to what you were saying with the chain, so after she throws out the chain, she does have the option, and it is a one-button follow-up option to go either high or low. So you have to be really paying attention to that incoming mix-up, because if you're blocking the wrong thing, you're going to get hit. And she can do, a nice combo setup off of that, call an assist, double super, you could be dead at that point.
And she has, as well as incredible damage, both Yang and Lapras have incredible reversal supers, even full screen. That's why one reason why Yang's pause button is so incredibly frustrating sometimes.
Right.
Get your full screen from Yang, she goes below 30% health. Maybe she got below 30% from chip damage. You put just a small tiny move out, and she just bionic arms you right from the opposite side of the screen.
Right. She also, I was just looking because I was curious if she had a little bit more health, and she starts at 17k health. Which is interesting.
Healthy life total, it seems.
Interesting. I was trying to see what Yang's health starts at, and I can't find it. Anyway, so we are still waiting on our next person to join the game, which should be shortly.
We have Velvet in the lobby, but we're still waiting on Isam Jacob.
Yeah, it looks like he's just having a little trouble connecting. But on the Smash.gg page, we've been running other tournaments as well, so we are filling out the bracket fairly quickly. So after our first match, we already said Golden Mop is going to face Duckator, which they're actually getting... Oh, they just finished. Duckator took it.
Oh, this game is so fast.
This game is crazy fast. Medic and Torelth? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. They will be up on stream after this match. We are with Just Goodwine and Dark Flames 341. Just Goodwine took it, and he'll be facing Marvin Pie. That will be our third match on stream.
Duckator versus Golden Mop was 3-1, and it still finished before we got our next person in the lobby.
Sometimes tag is fast. It is definitely a quick one.
Well, before the hammer comes down on Mr. Jakob, thank you all for tuning in to Low Kick Esports online bracket. This is the first BB tag bracket. We're getting ready for Arc Revo. Low Kick actually got partnered with that. I remember seeing that on the round table. I was like, man, I know those guys. I know, it's so cool. It's so awesome that Low Kick is going to be part of the Arc Revo Online. And should be holding well, we got someone. Oh, that's Terrell. I guess we're moving on to the next.
We are. Unfortunately, Isam got DQ'd, and we will be moving on to Medic and Terrell. So Medic, so all of that talk about Yang. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about Medic, because Medic is from my locals, and he often...
What are locals?
What are locals? Okay, so back when we had in-person tournaments and played on this thing called LAN, Medic was often either first or second place at our locals, and we had a pretty robust BB tag team. He was fifth at Kumite, Tennessee back in January, and he plays, Seth Yosuke. All of the airspace, and I talk about this with a little bit of in my voice because I play him fairly frequently and I often get beat up.
To be fair, you're playing against a Yosuke, so I am in full support there, because playing against Yosuke is a trek. It is so hard to hit him. He flips all around the space, and with Seth too, it's just going to be an absolute brick wall in order to get up there.
Yeah, it is. And Medic uses a lot of ball setups, and then we'll active switch to Yosuke to take advantage of Seth's ball setups. And once he gets in, Medic is a very aggressive player, so once he gets in, he's not letting go.
Oh, and I wouldn't be surprised. Seth and Yosuke are incredibly aggressive once they find the opening. They have left, rights, high, lows, strike throws, the works. The mix-up game totally brought over from their respective games.
Mm-hmm. And Terrell is going to be playing Yang Adachi, one of the teams that we just mentioned.
Oh,
that
the boogeyman's on screen. It's the boogeyman, Adachi.
So Adachi, another character that works well with a lot of the cast. He's got some great full screen options, and with his full screen beam, he can do an active switch and bring the assist character into the active position in the beam, and you might not even see it happen.
Oh yeah, and one thing I'd like to see against Yosuke Seth team from Adachi is just calling the Izanagi from the sky move. I forget if it's 236 or 214C. Either way, I feel like that'll be an incredibly important tool to mitigate all of the movement that these characters from Medic has.
Mm-hmm. And you can see Medic already jumping into the air with Seth and setting up the ball. He hit Yang with it once, so I'm guessing he's going to jump, set up the ball again. Yep, he did.
Setting up pressure here, getting some mix-ups, but jumping right back out of it.
Yeah, with Medic's gameplay, he just likes to take control of the air, and so I'm guessing he's probably gonna... Well, let's see what he can... Oh,
man.
So Adachi is a parry, and if you don't get hit by that parry, you have all the time in the world to hit him back.
Oh man, these Seth combos always look so cool. In both games. But just up, back, right back into it. The armor not good enough this time. Yang getting clipped. Going for the mix-up here.
So if you notice, Medic has barely called in Yosuke. He's mostly just playing with the ball setups. And he's getting them because Torel is jumping in air so frequently.
We had that anti-air that I was talking about earlier, but the burst out Terrell trying to pick up with the Yang assist. But that DP from Adachi is just so sad sometimes.
Oh, Turelth is getting some more damage off with the Yang. So that's good, getting a little bit of his momentum back in his favor.
But Clift, if he doesn't survive this, which he likely won't, will maybe catch the theme song. Assist pickup into super.
Yep. You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head because that Yosuke with the persona that goes underneath and then straight into that BBB combo in the air. I've been hit by that so many times, and it's hard not to get hit by it because in this game, you want to be in the air, and Medic just doesn't let you control that space. That's his airspace.
Now, I saw Turelth go for it once. The big Izanagi call, from the sky dropping down, just the big body slam sort of thing.
Mm.
He called it once. It worked. Unfortunately, it's tied to meter when Adachi's on point, so it's going to be an incredibly valuable resource for when Adachi has to deal with Yosuke and Seth on screen.
Mm-hmm. So, I think Turelth just needs to spend more time on the ground. That crash was not safe from
You need to be very careful in how you burst against Yang. She can armor through, she can jump. Oh my god, she can jump through, she can cross under, I guess. God dang.
Yeah. Good push block, though. Gave Medic the time to, have a little bit of space. Now he's switched back to Seth, which has a lot more health. And as we were talking about earlier, this will give him a chance to regain health on Yosuke.
Gotta be careful on how you burst here. Probably just gonna eat the full combo. We don't need assist extensions, but the pressure, we take it. But mashing 5B?
Yeah, I think Turelth was trying to do a sneaky active switch, but Medic was ready for it and had the setup.
Now, the problem with Seth and Yosuke is they have very low life. And they're both getting clipped.
Oh, but the happy birthday!
They dead?
Oh, they're dead.
Cross slash. Oh,
wait,
because
no.
the cross slash is a grabber sort of cinematic super, so it only catches one character. And because, Medic still lost, but because he did the distortion double there, you're still technically hitting only the point character. So that was a complete waste of meter from Turelth, and you need to be careful with spending meter and using supers like that.
Yeah, I can definitely see where, I've got both the characters, go ahead and do the super inputs for both of them, because you're only hitting one button. I can see where that would be, a logical choice. Your hands are used to doing that, but you're right, it did waste a lot of his meter, and it put him kind of on the back foot for options when Yosuke was still alive.
You need to be careful in how you use your moves during happy birthdays like that, because some moves, mostly grabs or cinematics, they only hit one character.
Mm.
Good 4P there.
Yeah.
Oh, Medic just flexing right there.
Oh, and see, here we go again with the sort of
2D? Oh, DP instead.
No panic.
No, that was a pause button anti-air, not a panic.
Yeah. And now we've switched to Yosuke, which I think really is the character that Turelth is struggling with a little bit more.
And he just flips around. It's hard to deal with him. Just catches the Zeodyne there.
Yeah, the Zeodyne has such a long startup. It gives Yosuke the opportunity to get in very quickly. Oh, but now is it Yang's turn? Yeah.
It seems to me that Turelth is getting very frustrated. They're just dashing in and jumping, trying to catch Medic out of the air, and that's really what his team is designed to do.
Mm-hmm. Something that I've noticed with the way that Medic plays is he's an incredibly aggressive player, and sometimes has a harder time getting his offense started when he's on the back foot. So let's see what he can do with the solo Yosuke, which we've mentioned, it's hard when you're 2 against 1.
Just clipping the persona out, playing some patience right here. Oh, good 4P! Fortunate didn't drop it, but the reversal super, sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah, I was shocked that he went for that, but it worked.
Hey, if it worked, it was the right decision, and the right decision, Medic mashing after the incoming, taking down the Yosuke Turelth going up 2-1. Excuse me, I think I said Medic there.
No, you didn't. You were totally right.
Getting lost in the moment. This game's so exciting.
I know. It's
Ham Jam's popping off in
It's
chat.
hard.
I see you.
all ham jams.
2-1. Turelth just staying patient. Seemed to be getting frustrated, but whatever Turelth is doing is working for him. He just needs to ride the momentum against Medic. It's an incredibly frustrating team that Medic is playing. I cannot say that enough.
Yeah, it is an incredibly frustrating team, having played against it a lot, as I mentioned before. But I feel like Medic is, like I said in the previous matches, now playing on the back foot. He's not as calm. He's not executing his game plan the same way that he wants to.
That grab is always gross when I see it. Doesn't matter how many times.
That time he didn't take advantage of the Zeodyne as well as he did previously. Ooh.
Guard break using the B Zeodyne. And sometimes Yang can just keep pressing that B button. She just does not lose her turn. What is up with this character?
She is still incredibly strong despite what Arxis has done. And so now Medic's getting into the bread and butter Yosuke combos where, you know, the other character just doesn't get their turn for a while.
Switching up the characters, getting some cross combo pressure, but getting clipped. Put the pause button on. Armors through, and so nice. He did it twice. Turelth.
And there's so much damage with that Yang just killed Seth. So once again, Medic's down to Yosuke solo, but he might kill off Yang here, and he does.
Now, this is going to be honestly a bit tough for Yosuke, because Adachi can just play it calm, reaction full screen super, and just put out those Zeodynes, but Medic dashing in, getting the anti-air there, putting the hands onto Turelth. Now, both of them have resonance up.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's interesting that neither of them chose to go into resonance. Okay, so now...
Oh, so much chip damage. The fatal counter. Wrong game, but you would have gotten it in Persona. This is going to be a dead Turelth. Devout Medic. Tying it up. 2-2 right now.
And he played the vast majority of that match with solo Yosuke. He did an incredible job.
Yosuke is a tricky boy.
He is. I actually went to learn the basics because of Medic's Yosuke for that character. So that round, Medic seemed like he was a little bit more under control, had his game plan going on, had more control of the air that time, which, again, like we said earlier, that's this team's advantage.
Oh yeah, you just flip around, get those ball setups, just teleporting left and right. It's incredibly hard to touch these characters, but with Adachi on backup, Yang can just do just about whatever she wants.
Alright, so this is, we're 2-2. This is the final round.
Winner moves on, loser gets sent to the lower bracket. How will these players match it? But we're just playing some true neutral right here. Rare footage of neutral in Blazblue cross tag battle. Right when I say that, the flips get hit.
So Medic is once again trying to take control of the airspace and not really let Yang get the gameplay going.
With the wake up buttons, mashing the 2A, catching Turelth, just sleeping.
Nice blocking. Missed a lot of that overhead. Oh, and then he got hit by it. My bad. Commentator's curse.
From the skies. But unfortunate burst from Medic here, getting pretty solid punish from Turelth, putting him in the corner. Oh, that reset is nasty. Oh, pause button. Just playing neutral. Turelth can just sort of chill and set up these Zeodynes to try and punish the flips from Medic, as we just saw.
It was as if he knew what you were going to say.
Oh, the sandwich. Left, right. Oh, we mash out of it. DP. Good stuff from Medic there.
It was a risky choice, but I think it was worth the risk for him. He might, will he kill Yang after this? Yep, he will. So that was definitely worthwhile for him.
One thing you might want to try and build up if you're Medic, he's still working on level 2 Resonance right here, but has plenty of time and space to build it to 4 right now, about now.
Terrell once again deciding not to go in for Resonance right away, which is probably smart. He's got a lot of health to deal with.
Oh, the clip. Terrell suddenly taking back the lead and getting a hit. Is this going to be enough to kill Medic here?
It could.
Oh, super. That should do it. Terrell 3-2 over Medic.
That was a really, really good set, though.
Medic.
Definite back and forth.
Terrell off to fight Duckator in winners semifinals. Up next, we should be getting Marvin Pie versus Just Good Wine.
Ah, that's gonna be a really fun match. But yeah, good stuff to they are. Good stuff to both Terrell and Medic. Terrell will be seeing again fairly shortly, but Medic isn't gone yet. He just goes down to the losers bracket, so hopefully we get to see him again soon.
Hopefully we'll still continue to see the flips. Marvin Pie's got a pretty solid team looking. Oh, switching.
I was gonna say, that's not Marvin Pie's team.
It's still a good team nonetheless, but 9 Hilda. Hilda not the best character on her own, but 9 always an oppressive force, regardless of who she's paired with.
Definitely. And Hilda, while she does have a lot of openings for people to get in on her, can be very difficult with all of the projectiles that she sends out. And 9 does a great job assisting those. Oh yes, we get the Celica. Hooray!
Yeah. I actually play Hilda myself. She does a very good job of controlling the neutral. Unfortunately, she just doesn't do all that much damage. But once she gets set up, it can be incredibly tough to get in on her. But Yumi, I would say, does a very good job against Hilda. She just puts out her ice projectiles, and it's just so hard to deal with sometimes.
Right. Yumi is also an incredibly high damage character, so I play Yumi. And she does a great job countering, like you said, a lot of what Hilda does, with both her assist and her solo play.
Oh, the
Celica, however, I haven't seen a lot of, so this is exciting.
Celica is honestly, kind of an ignorant character sometimes. She has an incredible 5A, and her B buttons are also so strong, but the punish off the baited push block here, Just Good One, getting the hands right now. These elements.
Yeah, Marvin Pie is no stranger to this scene, and often a high-placing player, so he's gonna have a lot of fun in this match, I feel.
Oh, the teleport got around the DP. It used the invincibility frames and the teleport dash there. Marvin Pie can just play it easy right now. Just Good One just on the back foot right now.
He is. Like you mentioned, 9 is a strong character, and there could be some character unfamiliarity.
Unblockable.
There aren't a ton of people who play it.
9 is a very niche character. She has such unique tech, and we just saw an unblockable from Marvin Pie there. It was always disgusting.
I know, he's doing some gross corner setups right now.
Just how do you block these shenanigans from 9 right now?
Carefully?
I mean, you pick a direction and pray. That's all I do.
Yeah, so 9 has a really cool set of moves that they kind of had to simplify from BBCF. So she calls different elements depending on the meter that she has in this case, the bottom left-hand corner. And Marvin Pie knows exactly which element, which move he's calling, and is able to put these setups so perfectly that he caught him. Aha, so Goodwine does have a second team, which is Akatsuki Yumi. Akatsuki, very different than Celica, much pretty straightforward, and also incredibly high damage team.
Oh yeah, Akatsuki actually one of the few characters that can pretty consistently set up unblockable in this game. Now it's a meme in Under Night, and the meme carried over even though he's not his Under Night version. Just be Tatsu. There it is. Be Tatsu.
Bless it.
It's self-fulfilling. It's a prophecy. The big God Fist. Using the unreactable 50-50 shenanigans. Good burst from Goodwine.
So Marvin Pie is just, again, using 9 with the Hilda assists to do a lot of corner setups here. Same thing we really saw in the first match. Try not to let Akatsuki... Oh! We tech those grabs. Try not to let Akatsuki get anything going.
And Marvin Pie's corner pressure is so incredible, but getting clipped out of the cross combo, that's a completely wasted bar for him. But luckily, since it's a cross combo, it recovers incredibly quickly. These setups. He's just using both characters at the same time in such a smart and clever way. It feels like he's playing two characters at once. And that's the kind of play that I love to see from a game like this.
Right. Because you are playing two characters. So most of the time you'll notice for Marvin Pie, both of his characters are on the screen, and he's using cross combo and assists to his fullest ability.
That was a questionable assist call from Goodwine, allowing Marvin Pie to burst for free. Now this is an incredibly tough matchup. It's tough in Under Night and it's tough in this game.
And you could see sort of underneath what was going on above with Marvin Pie, and the Goodwine was just trying to go for a grab.
The man Goodwin just putting up the parry like it's the last thing he's gonna ever do. And that just neutral setup, putting out all these projectiles, getting the 6P from Hilda, jumping right over, getting the cross up. Marvin Pie is just playing on point right now.
He really is. I like seeing this 9 Hilda team. It's a lot for somebody to have to deal with. You know, with the Hilda projectiles in the back, with the setups that 9 has, most of them being, you know, half to 3/4 of the screen. You have to be incredibly careful because there can be stuff going on above you, below you, and right in your face all at the same time.
9 is a tricky character in Blazblue, Central Fiction, and it carried over so incredibly well to Cross-Tag Battle. I love to see the shenanigans that these character specialists put on. It's just so fun to watch.
And so Goodwine decided to stick with the Akatsuki Yumi team. I think he was feeling a little bit more comfortable with that. Did he just triple parry?
Sometimes you just gotta mash, but he's taking all this unrecoverable health right now. That was a questionable decision from Goodwine. We saw it once before, we saw it again. The mix-up, the burst punish, Marvin Pie the monster.
Yeah, he's not letting Goodwine play. And sometimes you have to do that in this kind of a game. Oh, neither of those supers hit. Yeah, if you do the forward super on Yumi and the character's in the air, there's a 90% chance that you're not going to hit the other character.
Is that dead? Puts the clock on him. Spends it early.
Or they're dead now.
Just calling the elements. Gave him the timer, said you have to be out of this lobby in 30 seconds or else.
So that was some really fun gameplay that we got to see, and we're gonna get to see Marvin Pie play again pretty soon. So the next person he's going to face is Jinsoku, who was also he tied for 17th with Marvin Pie at Frosty Faustings in our last in-person tournaments.
Always nice to see these familiar faces.
So actually, believe we're going to see that right now. Because
Jinsoku popped into the lobby.
Chilling. Yeah, and he does play Ragnar Ruby, that is correct.
So, Team Red Riding Hood over here.
I didn't know they had a team name. That's fabulous.
I gave it to them just now.
Oh! Well, now it's canon. That's
officially canon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Both
yeah,
these
Goodwine
characters-
saying in chat that he hasn't dealt with 9 in a long time, and you know, we could see a little bit of that character unfamiliarity, but that was a really fun match to watch. I'm really glad that Goodwine entered. It was cool to see Celica for a match.
Now, 9 she's an incredibly strong character, but we just don't see so many 9 players for whatever reason. 9 is just... she's got the sauce.
Mm-hmm. She really does. She's
we are gonna
see it. So we're gonna see Marvin Pai and Jinsoku right away. So we already are familiar with the 9 Hilda setups. See how Ragna and Ruby can fare against that.
Ragna and Ruby, very good characters at just playing neutral and just playing the game. They have very strong normals, and they have very good movement, air dashes, air buttons, even some tricky high-low and left-right setups between the two, and as a team, it's all the more deadly. Right,
yeah, definitely. Now, Ruby was incredibly popular when the game first came out, and really, she hasn't ever fallen off completely in popularity, but less people play her since 2.0. So I'm excited to see 2 characters that were in the game since launch get to play together. And the Ragnar Ruby intro is also precious.
I think one big reason why we don't see Ruby all that much anymore, even though she was incredibly strong pre-2.0, and she's incredibly strong now, she still does a lot of what she did back then very well. I just think that more characters have the capability to do what the Ruby Gordeau team used to be able to do. I think the balance is more even across the board, and players are allowed to pick the characters that they enjoy playing.
I totally agree with that, and that's something I think that has had a lot of staying power in this game, especially once 2.0 went live, is that people started playing the characters they loved instead of the characters that were, you know, only top tier, and that's when we started to see a lot of, you know, versatility and different kinds of gameplay, and it's put a lot of life back into the game, and extended the lifespan of the game.
The wise words of Sanford Kelly will forever ring on. Just pick a top tier. But it just so happens that there are so many more top tiers to pick from now.
Alright, so both of these players, like I mentioned, really pretty good players. So let's see how Marvin Pai's game plan changes. So first game plan change is he actually switches to Hilda.
His combos, I love Hilda combos. They look so good. Oh, that jump back, the JB from Hilda is such a good button.
Yeah, and she totally got rid of that DP from Ragna.
Oh, and Marvin Pai is just moving. He was on the back foot for a moment, but now Jinsoku got the hands on him.
Yeah, he used the, he dropped in, grabbed, and then did gun blast resets to set up that entire combo. That was really cool to see.
Well, sometimes you just gotta press the B button, and who better to press the B button with Ruby?
That was a nice active switch to Ragna to continue that combo.
I was so scared that he wouldn't be able to punish that. Marvin Pai just had some very questionable bursts right now. Jinsoku just playing the neutral so incredibly well.
Oh, that was really nice with Ruby. That was such a good setup, and I was gonna say he doesn't have any more meter to do his double super, but he didn't need it. I thought he needed it.
And Ruby's 4P still one of the best 4Ps in the game. It just it comes out so fast.
So much.
It comes out so fast. And the way Jinsoku was playing, whenever an assist was on screen, they were aware of the assist, and they were aware of how the positioning would be affected and capitalized using the cross combo just so well and so efficiently.
Mm-hmm. And we're right back in.
Get ready.
Jinsoku is just on the winds of momentum right here. Marvin Pie had a bit going on with those Hilda setups and Hilda combos, but Jinsoku just re-established neutral and is just playing to his character's strengths.
Yeah, now I wonder too how much these two have played against each other. They're both Illinois players.
Oh, starting Hilda here, the JC!
So I'm wondering, you know, if these guys have played a lot of matches and they really know, like, instead of playing the characters, I wonder if they're playing each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's always curious to see how training partners can play against each other, even players that see each other, but the instant overhead from Marvin Pie, the 9 JA, I believe, just so incredibly strong.
Oh, and he blocked both hits. So Fire Edge Scissors has 2 hits and you have to block them both, but Marvin Pie did, and this is all Marvin Pie's game.
Just the overhead. Just snap the fingers, drop the needle, drop the pin.
She said, you made a mistake, and now you die.
And Marvin Pie, get this man a helmet. Jinsoku, your brain is exposed, dude.
Yeesh. So that was... I mean, that's the reverse of the previous match if I ever saw one. That was... I mean, the first one was all Jinsoku. He had some great gun blast setups, he did some really cool cross combo things, and Marvin Pie said, no, I have things I'd like to show you.
And that decision to start Hilda really worked out for him. Hilda did the most work in the first game and just kept the neutral at bay, using the big B buttons, just the big buttons from Hilda to keep Jinsoku at bay.
Mm-hmm.
And round start from Hilda's incredibly oppressive. If you don't have a fast and long normal, you just might get hit by 5A or JA. Full combos.
I like that Virgil tried to use the 4P from Ruby to set something up with Hilda, but I felt like Marvin expected it.
2C sandwich setup. Gauntlet Hades, the overhead so fast.
Oh, but he dropped the combo, and now it's Marvin Pie's turn again.
These Hilda combos always look so pretty. It's just so nice to see fast Hilda combos for some reason, because their uni combos just take so long sometimes. Okay. Yo, your brain exposed yet again. Jinsoku, how are you going to keep up with this?
That's a really good question, and Marvin was just not giving him the opportunity to switch to Ragna. I mean, he could have done it an unsafe switch, but he would have lost Ragna and had like a 2 health Ruby in the back.
What side was that? Oh my god.
Every side, you're not blocking it.
That is some iconic Blazblue cross-tag battle style 50-50 left-right BS that we just saw there.
Yeah, that was a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, like, you would have to be so familiar with that setup in order to block it that you don't.
One of my favorite nicknames for this game is Unreactable 50-50 the game.
Yup.
That's the entire game. I mean, it's not the entire game, but it's an incredibly crucial part of the pressure system. And
it is. I like the way that you said that, a crucial part of the pressure system, because this game is a lot about the pressure that you put on the other player.
Yeah, cross combo and active switch are so incredibly important. You get the damage boost from active switch and the unrecoverable life from the cross combo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jinsoku put a helmet on right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I actually like that he decided, that Jinsoku decided to switch to Ruby when he did, because Ragna didn't take a ton of damage, and I feel like Ragna's doing a lot for his team.
But it's just free to get out of the corner with Hilda sometimes. Just jump up JC. Such a good button, especially with assist backup.
Ooh, jumped over that super, so now Marvin Pie working, or I'm sorry, Jinsoku's working with a little less meter.
Oh, jumping up. Are we gonna see the rain?
Yes. Jinsoku keeps trying to catch Marvin Pie out with these supers, and so far it hasn't really worked for him.
The 4-bar get out of jail free card? That was so tricky from Jinsoku. Oh, get him with the gravity squeeze.
He's not dead.
Oh, baiting out the burst
he
there.
To Ruby. He's gonna let, oh. Well, now Ragna has to.
Yo, you blocked those? Jinsoku's a mind reader right now.
That was really fortunate for him. He's giving himself another chance.
And Ragna's mechanic is getting the health back.
Right, yeah. Carnage's and Resonance gets him a ton of health back.
The backup to AA. Hilda doesn't do a lot of damage herself. Rain
but she
punish.
does if you're not blocking.
Rain punish the DP there. Blocks the overhead yet again, just chicken blocking, holding the up back, but good 2B Marvin Pie 3-1.
Yeah, that was definitely not what I was expecting after that first game, but Ragna has a hard time getting into Hilda. I think once he's in, he'll be fine, but getting in was the issue, and Hilda has so many buttons to keep him away, and Ragna doesn't have a lot of, half to three-quarter screen options.
Of course. Hilda, one of the better zoners, like dedicated zoners in this game. Like if you're full screen against Hilda, it is so hard to get up close to her. But once you get up close, it's just, you have free reign to do whatever you want. Her buttons are slow, her DP it's big, but it moves her out of the corner, so you can just jump into the corner and right behind her there.
Right.
Honestly, kind of bad.
That was crazy. We're also working through the losers bracket, so just so everybody on stream knows, if you're not keeping up with Smash.gg, and you can find all of this on Smash.gg, so Velvet has been knocked out of the tournament, Isam Jakob has been knocked out, and Dark Flame is no longer in the tournament either. Thank you to all of them for joining. We're super excited to have 12 whole people coming for this first BB Tag event, so thank you everybody for registering, and thank you to all of you for tuning in and watching this. This is awesome!
I love this game so much. I wish more people played this game. When we had in-person locals, we were just barely had enough people to run a tiny bracket. But even still, I wish more people played this game, because it is so much fun.
It is. It definitely is. So I've, since lockdown, so I guess it's March, I started streaming this pretty frequently, usually 1 to 2 days a week, and it's been really cool to see more and more people getting involved with the game, picking up the game. I think as recently as last week, the base game was $5 on PlayStation Store, and so I think for the entire game up to 2.0 was $30. So if you're interested in getting into the game, it's not ridiculously expensive to play, which is cool.
The barrier of entry of this game is generally pretty low as well. Solo combos are fairly easy, but it's just the hard part of this game is being able to utilize that cross gauge that you have.
Right. I mean, I think it's been said before that this game has a pretty low barrier of entry, but a pretty high skill ceiling. I mean, you can definitely play. You could play online like the minute you pick up the game. I wouldn't recommend it. Like learn a character or two for a couple of hours, and then hop in online and let's go start hitting buttons. But at a high level, it's totally different. And for example, the match that we just saw between Marvin Pai and Jinsoku, if you notice throughout that match, all 4 characters were on screen almost the entire time. And that's the mark of a higher level player, is that you're controlling both of those characters for the near entirety of the match.
Oh yeah, and the mechanics that were brought to this game are just feel so good, and it rewards player creativity and player instinct. Because if you can feel out how to play neutral with 2 characters at the same time, create those sandwich setups, create those pressure strings, it's just so incredibly strong and so oppressive sometimes, and it's really good to just find those out and implement them into your play.
Right, so we finally get to see Duckator on screen with his Heart Labras that we spoke so much about earlier. And already showing off his sweet heart moves.
Oh my god, how do you block that dash low there? And then the 2B charged up with the armor? Duckator, you monster, what is going on here?
As somebody mentioned in chat, how do you block that? You don't.
You pick a direction and play, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Heart's just flying across the screen. We got a green axe going, but it's blowing harder. Get these pickups.
Yeah, already yellow axe. In the time that you said green axe, it became yellow, so she's doing a lot more damage now. Now that the axe damage meter is going to decay over time, so he's got to continually do damage to keep it up. But it definitely gains...
Once you get it to red... Once you get it to red, it is just so scary. You have to play incredibly patient and careful with it. Pause button! Oh, that 4P! I was expecting like a bionic arm or something, but he had just calling the 4P there was so smart.
Yeah, that was a really nice setup from Terrell with that Adachi. So now Duckator has to work just with Labras, which should be interesting because Labras is almost full health and Adachi is bleeding.
Full screen Adachi combos. Adachi assist there. Resonance active just going in, building right back up to green axe, but slowly fading. This might not be enough here.
Pretty strong.
The assist extension.
No, it wasn't enough. You're right. Oh,
get over here!
Grab.
Just one clip is gonna do it. Are we gonna see just a full screen EX chain? I feel it.
I don't know.
My heart is beating fast. Don't do this to me.
Duckator's blocks are ridiculous right now. He's just keeping Yang away, although he's spending a ton of meter with these push blocks.
The JB there! The pickup, are we gonna... We're built... Red axe! Not enough.
He drops the combo?
I want to see just a full screen EX chain. Too fast, you can't react to that. Oh, but the sparks!
Just a projectile! Oh, no.
My blood is pumping, my heart is beating.
That was really intense.
My breaths are shallow, knees weak, arms are heavy. Oh, her health. Just imagine playing neutral in Blazblue cross-tag battle.
There were some really intense moments, like, I was having a hard time, like, breathing, watching the intensity of the two of them playing when it was just Yang and Labras and they both had tiny amounts of health. Oh, that was stressful.
In and out, Duckator weaving through them with a sliver of life. Turrell just caught him flinching with the projectile.
It was incredible. And so now we're back in with this ridiculously oppressive heart from Duckator.
Combos, the heart combos always look so pretty and they do so much damage. That did 7,000 solo for 1 bar. Oh, bionic arm.
Ooh.
Sometimes you just let it rip. Beyblade, my god. Turrell flexing the chest right there. Sucked in the air, puffed out, but conked on the head. Adachi ain't got no helmet.
Yeah, and what we saw right before
Oh my god.
Labyrinth got hit.
The armor turret to confirm the combo into Semblance, that was so silly. Just weaving in. Heart, the better character to play neutral than Labyrinth, does a bunch of damage. Oh, this is gonna be healthy, but not a dead character. Went for the double overhead. Happy birthday! Oh, but DP out.
Yeah, I like that he's the Duckator is saving that resonance too, because he was using it as like insurance policy basically. That if Hart got hit or got put in a nasty situation, he could use it.
Oh, we should see a super here.
Nasty situation. Oh, but the super whiffs. That was a huge punish opportunity.
But Duckator waited too long. Just clipping. I want to see a grab. Oh, Duckator back on the sliver.
And again with the overhead projectile.
It happened again. Hart just has such a tough, or both characters really, but Hart having a tough time controlling that space just above and in front of her. She has a solid anti-air and a very good EX anti-air, but she can't control it without meeting in the air herself, and her projectiles don't do a very good job of doing it either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Duckator's tag, Heartful Toaster.
Heartful Toaster.
Duckator on the back foot. Turelth on
Yeah.
match point right now.
Yeah, and if Turelth takes this, he goes on to face Marvin Pai in winners finals.
Regardless of who makes it, it's going to be an incredible match. But we got an incredible match right here.
Right. So looking for some adjustments from Duckator, hopefully he can, you know, get a little bit more going, maybe some cross combo action.
Oh,
That was a nice charge.
the
That
charge!
punch that crashed really well.
They had a staring contest, and Duckator dared Turelth to blink. Punishes the...
Duckator's Heart is definitely, I feel like, a stronger character, and Labrys is great at assisting that. I think his issue is he's gotta take Yang out, because Yang is his problem.
Working on 25%. We're in semblance range, but can we kill her before we get the theme song?
He's got 3 meter.
We got a
He
super.
might be able to do it.
Burst incoming, but good punish.
That's
Semblance
great.
on startup.
Yep, it's gonna resonance too. It's a lot of damage. Nope! Heart didn't give you the time.
You had the pause button, you could have DP'd to anti-air that. Or even a 2B maybe. Duckator's just... the Duckator Heart force with Labrys on back was just so oppressive there. Turelth had no breathing room that entire game.
Yeah. It was definitely a different kind of match. Once Duckator had that oppressive, like, corner pressure going on, it really felt like the match was more in his hands, more than the other two had been previously.
Duckator was just in Turelth's mind that game. He had the hold on the burst punish. He had the armor on the burst punish. He just waited and punished a burst too. Duckator is just all over Turelth that game. And that just... he should ride this momentum and take it as far as possible.
Right, but if you're Turelth, you want to do what you've been doing, which is take Heart out of the equation.
Since when did they put Super Dash in that game? What was the tracking on that? Oh my god. Oh, and we have an assist backup. We have full combos here. Cross combo, unrecoverable, maybe dead. Let's see the damage. Not quite enough to do it. Let's get burning.
Yep. Oh. I mean, he really did have to take Yang out, but the parry on entry from Adachi was a really interesting choice. It worked, but it was a little scary.
Yeah. Really, Duckator couldn't have done anything for Yang there, because he couldn't have killed with max damage, and even if he went for a reset, Turelth would still get the pause button, so I like the choice of going for max damage. DP out. Turelth just swanging. But,
and now he's got to switch back to Yang already.
Invalid combo too?
But reset.
Sure you can. Get him.
Full punch. See you later. Oh! Wow, so the
Okay.
momentum has really shifted in Duck Eater's favor. So it's 2-2 down to the final match.
Man, Heart homing dash
What
is
adjustments need to be made?
Heart's homing dash is so silly.
Right.
It's super dash. It just does whatever it wants. It has a mind of its own.
Get ready.
It really does. Whew. Well, so what? I mean, I said it like briefly. What adjustments do each player need to make like really quickly?
Ralph needs to be able to establish neutral and be careful of these homing dashes from Duck Eater. And Duck Eater just needs to keep doing what he's doing, find these clips. He's calling assists at very opportune times and ready to punish. He's just sort of all over Turelf right now. Turelf just using a bunch of meter push blocking right now.
Yeah, I'm noticing that Duck Eater is using a lot of that Labrys launcher assist to try and set stuff up for Heart in the air. And it was working really well in the last two matches, but not as well here.
Yeah, and if Turelf can get rid of Duck Eater's Heart, it's going to be an incredible momentum swing for him, because Heart has been doing so much, but we're building to Yellow Axe right now.
This should be interesting, because we haven't really seen Labrys the last two matches, except in the assist position. And we might not get to see him very much.
Labrys' zero axe meter has been catching these hands for far too long. But trying to get in, there's too much neutral to be played, but Heart is going to get around it with the 4P and the homing dash. Full combo right here. Takes the damage just below 50%, no semblance yet. Something so
Duck Eater
great.
still has a mountain to climb, honestly.
Something so great for Heart, you don't have to guess on the wake-up options. You can just go right in.
Oh, and this is a happy birthday in Duck Eater's favor. Active switches to Labrys.
She's dead. We are not hearing I burn.
You know chat just got real happy about that.
Duck Eater said, I hate this song.
And just like that, Duck Eater takes it. What a shift.
Win.
Turelf was so close to getting rid of the problem. He had the pressure, but he let go of the reins far too early. He called an assist combo just at an inopportune time and got clipped shortly after, so he wasn't able to build the meter and burst out of it, and he lost Yang, which is an incredibly important part of his team.
Right. So, and actually, while Turelf is fresh on our minds, I do want to mention, don't forget that we do have a Matcherino for this. Use the command !Matcherino, and you can use all the coupon codes to get free 50-cent contribution. Also, and I wanted to mention with Turelf, because he dropped a lot of his own money into the pot, and that was really awesome of him to help support the community. So thank you, Turelf, for doing that. We really appreciate it. But yeah, go ahead. You can see it right now. Nightbot just put it into chat. Check out the Matcherino, use the codes, and go ahead and get those donations, because every donation helps, infuse money into the community and keep us going. So thank you.
Oh yeah, these tournaments would not be possible without the support from the community. Whether you're a diehard Blazblue or Blazblue Cross Tag fan, whether you're just supporting the homies, supporting the low kick crew, supporting the players, we really and truly appreciate it. We're trying to get this grind on. We're trying to improve. We're entering the hyperbolic time chamber. We want those Arc Revo Ws under our belt.
Yeah, this is a really great opportunity for players to get ready for Arc Revo Online, since, as you mentioned at the beginning of the stream, Low Kick is a partner in that.
Oh yeah, I believe the Midwest, a lot of the Midwest qualifiers or tournaments, I presume, will be held by Low Kick, as Midwest is sort of how we do it with the Low Kick crew.
Yeah, and I'm seeing on the stream right now that people are already donating to the Matcherino. Yay, thank you, you guys are amazing!
You might as well. It's free money. You don't. It takes like 30 seconds. You click the link, you type it in, copy paste. It's free money. That's all you have to do.
Oh, so cool. Well, we are actually dropping down into the losers bracket for some matches. We're going to see Mr. Stay Puft versus Ishtar.
I'm just gonna
What we're
say
going.
Ishtar.
Ishtar. That's what we're going with.
That's my choice. We saw some hearts, but now we're gonna see some blood. We got Carmine lined up for us.
Carmine is Ioi. It works. I can definitely see the synergy, but it's not a team that I've seen frequently, if ever.
Carmine is a damage engine. But the problem with Carmine, as it is in Undernight, he sacrifices life, all recoverable life. He sacrifices life in order to do all of that damage. But Izuyoi, she can find those openings, which I think is a very clever team composition by Ishtar right there. Izuyoi is a very tricky dash. Her dash is very similar to Ino or Aino's dash from Guilty Gear. And you can go for some tricky overheads, some lows, some cross-ups even in the air, and she has a teleport too. Disgusting.
Yeah, that the move that puts Izayoi behind you can be incredibly deceptive. If you're not familiar with the character, then you can get mixed up incredibly easily by that, and then all of a sudden you're facing a Carmine too. Oh boy.
Yeah. Carmine and Izuyoi both actually play neutral surprisingly strongly. Izuyoi has a very strong projectile, and Carmine's pinwheels, as well as the blood puddles, really help him to control screen, and his 5B as well. His 5B is a projectile.
Right, there's... Ishtar's team, I feel like, can be incredibly frustrating for Mr. Stay Puft if he doesn't play the zoning game with Batista incredibly well.
Now, I think that you either get in hard with Aegis or you just dip out and play the zoning game with Aegis and Batista. Both characters have solid zoning options, but if you can get in with Izuyoi, or Carmine even, Carmine's buttons all being incredible in his own right, it's going to be incredibly impressive. And we're starting Carmine, so perhaps he wants to get some damage and recover it in the back.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
JC, but we mash. Getting these full combos, blood setup. The overhead, the JA.
Yeah, Carmine, for all the damage that he does, is still a pretty fast character on a lot of his startup moves.
Oh yeah, his 5A is so incredibly good. Oh! Yo, improvised combos, I like it. Blocks the pinwheel, punishes the tag. Good looks on Ishtar right now.
Yeah, he's getting pretty low on Carmine though, so I suspect that he's... Oh no, he's just gonna grab and regain all that health, take the rest of it in the back.
The full A auto combo, getting that extra damage as well as building a bar for that resonance counter down below. But now Ishtar getting caught in these loops. This toaster's got some heat. Got some heat, but going down. Short-circuited the robot, but yet another robot inbound.
His little toaster's going to the dumpster.
Oh, but there's the IAD dash. The tricky buns from Izuyoi. Easy confirmed, but unfortunately drops a good super for the kill.
Yeah, it gave Stay Puft the opportunity to resonance there. However, Stay Puft didn't really get a chance to do anything because Ishtar was just on him with the Batista, or with Izuyoi.
Yeah, the Carmine and Izuyoi, incredibly potent pair. Their aggression so strong, and Carmine, strong in his own right, also has incredible support with his pinwheel, which is also his 6P.
Right, yeah.
So it controls screen very comfortably, and it lasts for a while as well.
Right, yeah. I really liked the way that Ishtar played that. He had a lot of control the entire time, and any time that Stay Puft seemed like he was, taking his turn back. Ishtar was right there with a different move, with another setup, with something different to throw Stay Puft off of his game.
I think Ishtar was just doing a better job of playing the game as it goes, not predicting or having a set plan A in mind, just feeling it out and really playing. Carmine, incredibly strong round start, his 5A so large and so fast, but fortunately Aigis drops out before he gets to recover any of that health.
Yeah, and any time that Batista's coming in with that assist, she's taking damage.
Yep, playing neutral right now, getting the zoning going on.
Oh, he just missed getting hit by that laser when he was able to punish.
Full auto combo, full B auto combo, I believe, right there. Get into, we got, Easy getting clipped, full super, get the laser proton cannon. Ishtar taking some damage right now.
Yeah, so now Ishtar has to figure out how to get in against Batista, which is pretty hard when she has all the lasers.
It's hard when she has the lasers, but even more hard when Easy doesn't have any meter. We saw the singular teleport, but she can even teleport as she sets fireballs out. The grab, canceling the normals into the grab, allowing him to move forward, but Ishtar on the back foot getting chipped, almost approaching Shin Carmine territory. Here we are, there's almost no health to recover.
Right, but unlike in Uni, Carmine won't die if he has this one health.
Just sniped out with the 5B.
Ooh, he's getting a lot of puddle setups there. That's what he used that time for.
He needs to get out. Carmine's gonna gain a little bit of health back. Challenges the 5B. Ishtar getting some solid damage right here.
Oh!
Missed the last
the
hit.
end of the combo.
That should have been a dead Batista.
It should have been, and now Stay Puft gets the opportunity to get all that health back. Oh! Punished to death. Yikes.
Getting real close to Rampage time, but we don't even need it.
Yeah, we were actually past it. Rampage time starts at 80 seconds.
80 seconds. Oh, I thought it was 60 for a moment.
No, it's 80. So Rampage time was added with 2.0. And during that time, you gain meter constantly, whether or not you're actually doing hits. So it's just it's a small comeback opportunity that's built into the later half of the game.
I wouldn't say it's a comeback opportunity because it's symmetrical. It works for both players.
Right.
I'd say it's the game telling you to hurry up.
Game said you took too long.
The game said you took longer than 60 seconds. You should be punished already, but we'll let it slide this time.
Right. Okay, so that was 2 for Ishtar. So this is his final round. Also, I want to shout out the penny colors that Stay Puft is using because those are cool.
Colors in this game are just great. And why do anime games have all the best colors?
Because it can.
Escape from crossing fate.
Back into it. Ishtar on match point right now using the round start 5A as we saw previously.
Oh, he tried for a grab, but didn't work.
The grab from Carmine, I believe, also regains a bit of life. Trying to thread the needle, getting around zoning.
Oh, gets the grab this time. Now Ishtar's gonna go for this corner setup, I guess? Ooh, Batista put herself back in the corner. Don't do that.
Oh, just clipped with the JA. Such a strong move. Oh, tried to gain the health back, but bursted out just in time. Oh, you gotta be blocking low. That 2C from Carmine. So good. That was a strange interaction. I just got clipped by something, but I didn't see what.
I am entirely unsure.
Clipped by the 2B.
Ooh. Can you juggle with that? That's cool. There are a lot of puddles set up on the ground for Carmine, so if Ishtar decides to bring him in with Mr. Stay Puft over those, Stay Puft's in some serious trouble.
Oh, but this might be a dead easy way with the right confirm, but didn't have the meter to successfully finish it. Oh, and sniped by the 5B.
Yeah, and the crash to save Izzo was pretty good. I knew he was going to be punished.
But bleeding with 2 characters from... This should be... I should just...
drop the combo. Nerds, maybe? Ooh, kills. Never mind.
Sniped. Okay.
Ooh,
Grab.
Grab from the resonance.
Should've just grabbed Super. Super, just do it. There it is. Hit it with the proton cannon. Stop playing with my heart, Mr. Stay Puft. It's beating too fast.
You know, it's really hard from a competitive perspective to, you know, keep your cool like that when you're down 2 games, because the mentality, you know, you're like, oh, I'm down 2 games. What am I going to do?
Competitive mentality is just
you play.
so hard. I'm
It
not
is.
a very intense competitor myself. I've been to locals, but I try not to backseat drive the fighting game players.
It's really, you know, playing against somebody, whether or not you can see them, you know, there's still some nerves with that, and it takes getting used to, because I feel like you never get rid of those nerves, because there's always going to be excitement when you're playing a game, but you learn how to adapt to those and then use it to your advantage, or, you know, learn how to play with it rather than fighting against it.
Of course, when there's something on the line, like our Maturino pod, type exclamation Maturino just to check it out and donate free 50 cents. But with something on the line, the nerves are almost definitely up there.
What a happy birthday to start this match. Oh boy!
Someone bake some cake. Stay Puft taking some hefty damage here.
I think he's providing the marshmallows for the cake.
Mr. Stay Puft, Ishtar trying to act like the Ghostbusters out here. That was a strange super. I would have maybe preferred the capture super over that one, but either way, we're gonna gain healthy chunk of change, build that resonance counter up, blocks the overhead, good punish.
Oh! I guess did not drop where Ishtar thought he was going to, so he started doing a move into the corner where Aegis was not, so good recovery from Ishtar there.
Oh, the sandwich! Man's looking like Subway out here, god dang. The JC from Easy always so big. Such a good button to come down with.
Oh, and just with the DP, says goodbye.
Hey, if it worked, it was the right decision.
You're not wrong, but no, you're just not wrong. You're right. Alright. I'll give you that one. If it worked, it wasn't the wrong decision. There could have been other decisions.
Hey, there could have been other decisions, and maybe other decisions could have worked, but if it worked, it was the right decision.
You're right.
Ishtar moves on to go against Turelth in losers quarters, but up next, it seems like we're getting Golden Mop against Medic.
Right, so we've seen Golden Mop and Medic both earlier in the stream. Golden Mop won 3 against 1 against Stay Puft, who we just saw, and Medic went down 2-3 to Turelth. So who did Golden Mop get knocked into losers by? Oh, by Duck Gator. Okay, makes sense.
A Medic, as we saw, the Flippy Boys themselves, the Seth and Yosuke. But Golden Mop, the heart, as we saw, can do plenty of work, and I think is a pretty good counter pick against Yosuke and perhaps Seth as well. Just being able to use that homing dash to get in and around all of the movement that both these characters on Medic's team have.
Sorry, I like on sorry, brain died. On Golden Mop's side, it says put Risa in BB tag. Risa's a character from Persona.
She's like the pop idol character, right?
Yeah, she has a DDR style rhythm game super.
Oh,
She's
those are
cool.
the best.
Can't escape from
I
crossing
actually really
fate.
like her.
Fight.
Alright, so here we go.
Setting out the projectiles. Playing neutral. Sandwich. What do we got? No ham, no turkey, just bread. Puts out the ball. Getting the assist. Oh, what's going on? So much. Gets the ball out. Skedaddle, skedoodle. I now control neutral. Oh, but gets...
Good grab to get it started, but didn't get as much off of that as he liked. And then Seth just jumps out of the corner and now has his own corner setups. I don't think that worked the way Golden wanted it to.
Just Seth things. Gets caught by the orb. Oh, from downtown, the super dash. Now, I like these combos for Medic, but it seems that he wants to extend the combos with an assist, regardless of how he's paying attention to the cross gauge that Golden Mop has. There have been plenty of times where he's called an assist to extend the combo, where Golden Mop could have had a free burst opportunity. This was, of course, not one of them, as the gauge was not filled, but I think he needs to be just a little bit more careful with that. Ooh, good grab. Tried to bait a super with the 5B hold.
Yeah, I'm
Or
surprised
bait
that
a
Medic chose to hang on to Seth as long as he did, but he did kill Heart off of it, so I guess it was a good decision. Whiffs the grab from Golden Mop whiffs the grab with Mitsuru, and now Yosuke's trying to get his game started.
Getting these big old buttons, flipping around. Now,
And if you look, Seth is regaining all this health. He's going to be at almost, what, 60% if he gets full health regained? That's a
easily
lot
moving
to
into
deal with.
rampage time. Oh, and resonance in the air, that's so punishable, but Medic just did nothing to stop it.
Yeah, and as somebody pointed out in chat, if the other person resonances during this time, the person not in resonance will not gain meter. So
Look
Medic
at that
didn't gain any
meter
meter during
fill
that time.
up.
Oh, that super, I mean, I get why Golden Mop used that particular super, tried to counter Yosuke in the air, but there's so much time afterwards for Medic to punish.
How do you anti-air Yosuke? It's impossible. I swear it's impossible.
So, like, I wish you could see my face, because I was like, how do you anti-air Yosuke? And I was like, I don't know.
You throw the arms
You get
up,
in
you
the air?
shrug your shoulders and say, who knows?
Alright. Somebody mentioned in chat, you have a good DP. I think that is actually pretty helpful. If you have a good DP, that can help for sure. You just gotta lock him down, put him back on the ground.
I mean, Hilda, I guess, could anti-air Yosuke from like 3/4 of the screen away with her DP.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
That's true. Alright, so now we're into the second match here.
Ooh, the air dash to get around. But there I saw again the assist call while Golden Mop still had full burst cross gauge. Just jumping around, trying to get these empty lows. Oh, but just from downtown, punishing with the 5B hold, the armor on that. This is big damage. Such a strong option when you want to get in the head of your opponents.
Wow, and just like that, Medic's down to one character, and he's stuck in the corner. He might not make it out of here.
I swear that homing dash on Heart has a mind of its own. How do you describe where it goes? You cannot predict it.
Yeah, holy macaroni. That was crazy.
Medic just had no idea how to get around that homing dash there.
Well, and the thing was, once Medic got put in the corner, Golden Mop did a really good job of controlling not just that ground space that was directly in front of Seth, but also the air. Anytime Seth jumped, Heart was straight up in the air and would dive kick him right back down to the ground.
Get ready, ready.
Oh yeah, Golden Mop taking control super strong in that game, and that intense burst bait with the 5B, and just tipped the boulder off the cliff and allowed him to ride gravity into a victory there.
Both characters decided to do a jump back round start.
Being able to alter your air momentum is incredibly strong in just about every game.
Yeah, and Heart has double that advantage because she can decide which direction she wants to move in the air before she goes into her homing dash, which is really cool. Because homing dash after a time will automatically lock onto the character.
Tried to bait the cross burst yet again.
And Medic might be working with one. He's working with one character again. Yikes!
It's a full health Yosuke, but resonance level 1. So you can't really be. This is a steep hill. This is Sisyphus in the boulder right here.
Now, even though it is a steep hill, this isn't something that Yosuke can't do. He's just gotta be. Medic has to be very careful and deliberate with his gameplay.
Medic has to be careful with his gameplay, but Golden Mop has to be careful with his burst, because these flips are incredibly hard to get around.
Yeah, and he got punished, like, for that burst, just like you mentioned.
He got an incredibly strong counter hit combo, is able to deal 8,000 damage. Normally Yosuke not an incredibly damaging character on his own, but with the help of these burst punishes, Medic might be able to secure a victory, but with the help of this happy birthday, what's he going to be able to do?
He gets a lot of damage, wasn't able to keep going. He does kill Mitsuru, and so what can he do on Wake Up with Heart? He's still choosing not to go into Resonance. I think that's really risky right now. He might lose the character because of that.
Oh, insta-kill.
Oof!
Yo, we got these anime angels, they got 6 whole wings.
You know, resonancing wouldn't have helped if you get Astral. So there's that.
Man, looking like a Final Fantasy boss over here, goddamn.
Oof. You know, I was so interested in what was going to happen, with the characters. I wasn't looking at the meter. I didn't realize he had Astral, and he said, nope, I got the confirms. We're good.
I mean, sometimes you get a grounded hit with 9 bars of meter.
Whew.
It just happens.
Crazy.
Golden Mop 2-1 against Medic, working on match point. Medic had a pretty solid handle of the game, but was unable to get around some of the scrambles that Golden Mop is creating here.
Really good job blocking that mix-up, though. Didn't really know where Heart was going to go. It was cool that he was able to block that out.
Super, just cash out on the damage, trying to get a high-low right there.
Ooh, and another happy birthday. Let's see if we can get some more damage, especially since he's got a Yosuke assist now. We're good.
Yeah, getting Seth out, trying to recover some of that health right now. Oh, but the Flippy Dippy is catching Heart on the opposite side. How do you block this man?
Ooh, Medic's doing a much better job being patient here. Which is nice. Ooh! 5C whiffed.
It's
I do like that Golden Mop is trying to contest Yosuke in the air with Mitsuru, but I think Medic's realized that that's an issue and he's trying to take her out. And he does.
The issue that Golden Mop was doing with Mitsuru there, at least, contesting Yosuke in the air, you were doing it too close, so you allowed him to flip around your air-to-airs. And he's gonna pay for it.
Down. Yeah, Medic's out here in the chat saying he's not out yet, Need for Speed going Mach 5, and I'll be darned if he didn't. Bring it to a game 5.
I mean, Medic was playing a lot more patiently that game, just sort of holding back, doing the flips, putting the orbs out. And it's easy for Medic to play patiently, because his characters, he's playing the obnoxious characters. It's so frustrating to play against a character that you can't touch.
Right.
And Seth, as I've said before, Seth and Yosuke are 2 of the best to do it in this game. So Golden Mop needs to sort of thread the needle and be more patient in how he approaches these characters, especially in the air.
Right. I totally agree with that. So
backing
already
up.
seeing a lot more patience from Golden Mop. He gets opened up.
Setting out the balls, the orbs, controlling the neutral quite strong. good punish, JA.
That was a smart DP. Got both the assist and Mitsuru off of Seth.
Assist pickup. Now, he could have burst out of that Seth during his auto combo. Incredibly hard to burst out of, as we just saw Medic. Are you listening to the stream? How are you doing this to me?
I think he is.
It's like the reverse commentator's curse, I swear.
That DP, I don't know if he expected it to be a push block or what, but it got punished, and now Medic's working with just Yosuke again.
Bit of a panic, but it gets him out of the corner. Golden Mop, reestablishing neutral. Devout Medic, he's done this before, but he's getting clipped right now. He's taking the damage. But work has resonance, but only level 1.
Right. I'm glad he decided to use it. It's gonna help him out a little bit more since he's got 2 characters to work through right now.
Oh, the flips. Doesn't pick up into super or anything.
They're both playing a lot more patiently, and they're playing at the maximum screen capacity right now.
I want to see Golden Mop just sort of put out projectiles. Maybe the mirror with Mitsuru, the orbs with Heart, even on backup, just tell Medic to slow down and play neutral, but punishes the JC.
Good super choice too, because the other one might not have connected depending on the how that combo had ended. So good for Golden Mop. That was a really good set.
Golden Mop just giving Medic the boot out of this tournament. Thanks for joining, Medic. Unfortunately, we won't see you for the rest of the evening. Medic moves on, or Golden Mop, excuse me, moves on to fight Jinsoku in losers quarterfinals.
Yeah. That was really great. So shout outs to Medic. Once again, he's a local from my community, so thank you for joining. Really appreciate getting to commentate your matches. So yeah, we are next going to see question of the day. Let's check. So while we're waiting, I know we mentioned it pretty recently, but we do have a Matcherino going for this. So if you just type !Matcherino in chat. Oh, we have ads. Check it. We'll get back to. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. This is the Matcherino. Check it out.
Man, it jumped. Look at that number.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. It jumped. It was 155 when last I checked. 206. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Look at all the people who donated. Terrelth with $150. Dude, go off. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your contribution. Golden Mop with another 20.
Terrelth, the real winner of this evening. Winner of our hearts.
Thank you so much for that. For all your contributions. Again, you can put in the match code. You get a free 50 cents. It's easy to help contribute, and we appreciate all of the contributions that you have here for the prize pool.
It's free money.
Free money!
Oh, I love seeing that number at the bottom left of the screen right there.
That's so awesome.
So pretty. But not only do we have some good money tonight, we have some good money coming up in some of our future events. There's a Matcherino at just about every tournament that goes on with the Low Kick Boys, but this Saturday, I will be getting into the match soon, but this Saturday, Cruise Clash Arena, we got 4 games running, $500 in the pot for each of them, but let's get back to it. Terrelth versus Ishtar.
This should be exciting.
The way I think this match should play out, Terrelth is going to want to control the pace of the screen with Adachi and the sparks from Yang. Because Carmine can be a little bit hard to keep at bay sometimes, but it should be able to do it if we get that going for Terrelth.
Right. Both these teams are aggressive, they're in your face. They have, and they want to keep up that in-your-face pressure the entire time, so it's going to be interesting to see what adaptations have to be made on this.
Bit of a sketchy burst from Terrelth, but Ishtar didn't have any punish for it. But now Adachi getting the hands, getting the blood. Ishtar actually bleeding himself, but recovering some life. The vampire man himself, Carmine, with the full light auto combo. A. Adachi just controlling the screen. Now, Ishtar doesn't have meter for the teleport, but it could have been a good option. But the baited push block can't do anything about that. Turelf is going to take full damage here. Cross combo, some unrecoverable health, and perhaps not, likely not a death. This is, by and large, not close enough. But we're going to get a full mix-up, trying to bait a DP yet again, checking with the light.
That was a really nice DP bait. I'm interested to see that he didn't switch out Izayoi. Oh, there he goes.
Turelf kicked the jukebox. We're playing my song tonight.
Oh, and a grab to kill Yang. So now Turelf just working with the Adachi.
I swear, it's so incredibly hard to tech grabs in versus games.
It definitely takes a lot of practice, that's for sure.
There's way too much going on. Oh, but the JB, so ignorant from Turelf right there.
Ooh, nice grab. So Izayori's grab has that wall bounce on it, and now she can just combo right off of it. That's awesome. Ooh.
Oh, easy punish.
Super, but nope. And
Panic Super used to be so good in this game, but people have since learned to get around it with the strength of reversals in this game. Sometimes blocking is just such a good option on offense for some reason, and I think that it just blows my mind.
Yeah, well, I think what I really liked about that is there was so much patience from Ishtar. You know, he was like, I don't know what Adachi's gonna do, and he just sat there and waited, and he was able to capitalize on the opportunity. And there's so much dead time after Adachi does that super that he was just like, okay, let me just set up my optimal combo here.
It's a great full screen punish, but it's not that great up close because you have so much time just to get in and clip them. Ishtar running point. Izayoi this time. Happy birthday! Someone's baking cake. Oh, let's get this cross combo running.
He can get a lot of damage off of this. He doesn't have enough bars to do 2 supers, but it's still, you know, 8k on both characters. That's a definite loss for Ishtar.
Turelf as well using a correct super that hits both characters rather than a cinematic, but now we're getting the tag outs mix up. Good pickup. Not enough to kill. Real close here. Empty low. The 2B armor throwing the tag. Man, sometimes Yang can just keep on running. It is oppressive.
It really does.
Oh,
that was... Wow!
He hit the assist out with the call from the skies.
Yep. Oh. I see why he used the parry, just in case Izayoi came in swinging, but now he is getting punished from it.
Have the meter to super there. Super an incredibly strong option in Resonance as it pauses your timer.
Oh, another block. Really well done with that.
That recovered so early.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised that he got the recovery so early. Oh! Ooh, she blocked all the things from Adachi.
Punishes.
But you gotta work with Semblance, Resonance, Yang.
Man, you cannot press a button when Yang has the pause.
You can run away. Because she'll DP you, she'll just, you know, uppercut you.
I mean, sometimes you just 5B armor through everything.
Also true.
Turelf just put up the stop sign.
Oh, so that's 1-1.
1-1. Both players looking pretty solid. Some close games so far.
I felt like Ishtar could work around Turelf's Adachi fairly well, but he's struggling with Yang.
It's those Yang normals, those B normals, and just being able to ignore so much of the defense that you might have in play. Cross combo, left right 50-50. Getting out of the sandwich, it's okay. Get clipped once, oh, and yet again, the toes. Get this man at some shin guards.
good punish on the crash there. Wasn't safe.
Flip low yet again.
Oh,
Drops the combo.
interesting. This is a interesting turn of events for Ishtar. See what he can do off of this. That was a nice reject. Save Yang some pain and put Ishtar back in the corner.
The little dash kick jumped over the cross clash? What was that? It's just...
Yeah, and
everything's turning up Turtle right now.
Yeah, that was a very, very quick match. I don't know if it's just Ishtar's on the back foot, he couldn't get his gameplay started, all of the above. But yeah, you're right, everything was turning up Turtle from that match. I mean, Adachi was still 100% health by the end of that.
Yeah, Turelth just had the momentum behind him, just always holding forward just about. Ishtar got opened up by some very curious things, just some normal, just run up 5A, 2A, just got clipped low. Oh, but now we're seeing a character switch from Ishtar? Hakumain Batista?
Something is not like the other. This is... I mean, I know sometimes, you know, you're losing, you're on the back foot, you're about to get eliminated from a tournament, and you change.
Got this mint green Hakumain?
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Spearman Hakumain, let's go. The Hakumain, a character that you have to be incredibly deliberate in how you play.
You do. He doesn't have a lot of, you know, like fast moves or things like that. It all relies on your setups and your ability to read the other person.
Big damage.
Now, if Ishtar does win this, he has to stay with this team, which may not be a bad thing depending on how this falls out.
So far, it's looking incredibly good for him. Now we can just play it calm and play it collected. Turel, unfortunately for Ishtar, just 5B right out of it.
Now, I mean, Turel might not have a ton of experience playing against the Hakumen. He's not a character that gets played too often, but right now with Yang, he's able to counter a lot of what Hakumen can do.
Hakumen needs to be incredibly deliberate. He has a dash, just a little dash step. He walks forward. He isn't very fast, but his combos are incredibly painful. Oh, pause button, super.
He missed the laser because of Semblance. That was a really good... I mean, I know he doesn't have like, he doesn't choose many Semblances, but that was really cool. The Semblance right there and missed the laser.
Gets Resonance up, working on level 4 here, but it might not matter. Getting clipped, not going to be enough to kill. We don't build a super yet.
If Yang drops this, Hakumen could Astral. Oh, now he doesn't have the opportunity. Okay. I was holding my breath for the Astral.
It's still a counter, right?
I think it is, yeah. He'd have to counter.
Man, I would have been mashing with Ishtar. That would have been so brawling.
He had 1 second where he wasn't in a combo. Oh, what a grab! I didn't even see Yang get over there. That was cool!
Used 3 bars to get through. It might have been able to get it with a super Ishtar. So
it takes it.
2-2 Ishtar Hakumain bringing it in.
Now, like I said, because Ishtar won, he has to stay Hakumen Batista for the next match. Batista had some good assists, but not, you know, she was not the main problem for that team. It was definitely Hakumen.
Yeah, Hakumain had some very good and clean hits against Turel. It caused Adachi to be just a non-issue in that last game. Adachi was gone in a second.
Yeah, he was a complete non-factor. Yang did everything in that match by herself.
Let's see how these players go with the daft.
Bye.
Playing neutral, getting the ball to back up. Clipped with a 2A, that's such a stubby normal, but it leads to so much with this character.
I like the jump overhead from Hakumen to set up something a little bit different. Oh, just grabbed him.
He puts his sign up, said stop.
These Hakumen combos are so devastating because even the little combos hit for 6.5k.
The thing about Hakumen, you have to be careful in how you manage your resources, as he spends meter in order to do a lot of damage. But he spends it quite well when he has it.
Yeah, wow. So, I mean, Yang is in semblance.
No more pause button.
No, and she might not have another opportunity. But
Batista's largely not been in this game. Oh my god, he hit! It got triggered by the assist?
holy moly, that character switch won the set for Ishtar.
Ishtar put up the stop sign. Hakumen, what a character!
That was really incredible. You know, most of the time when you see somebody pull out, they're in, game 4, game 5, whatever, and they pull out a different team, you're like, what are we gonna get? And you're like, oh, that's ridiculous. So good on Ishtar for keeping his head, making a character switch. That was really great to see.
Now it looks like we're gonna get the other half of Losers Quarters, Jinsoku versus Golden Mob.
Yep, I think first, though, we might be getting some ads from Low Kick, but let me just make sure that that's going to happen. Yep, here we go.
Here it is. Low Kick Online this Friday. We got Grand Blue and Soul Calibur, Power Rangers as well. Power Rangers featured the following day in the Big Cruise Clash Arena, but it's okay. You can sign up for these other games too. There's always prize support, always a Matcherino code. Come out, have some fun, have some competition, support the Low Kick crew.
And all of these can be found on Low Kick's Twitter and on the Discord, and they're already up on Smash.gg. So talk a little bit about Cruise Clash, Lena.
So Cruise Clash Arena, the Cruise TV set up this tournament, and Low Kick is helping out with the logistics and with streaming. We have all of these games in front of us. KI, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Skullgirls, and Smash Melee, all good online games. I believe they're open to a wide range of players, if not just NA, perhaps a little bit more. There's $500 in the pot already, if not more. And there's going to be some incredible competition. I know a handful of my Power Rangers homies are signing up for this tournament, and they are absolute killers. So you need to be careful.
Yeah, and confirmation, these should all be NA players, as said by Low Kick. So yeah, definitely sign up. This is going to be a heck of a day.
Praise be to Rollback, saving our lives in this here quarantine.
This here.
Low Kick, the guys running the stream today, you see it, Low Kick eSports here on Twitch. They have a podcast. They run every Saturdays, 5 p.m. Central. If you don't catch it live, I believe they do upload them to their YouTube channel. Should be easy to catch if you can't catch it while they're doing it. But the Low Kick boys, always homies. I love what they do. They support the scene real well. The tournaments are run clean. The production is nice. Just about everything they do is extra sweet. Carrying the FGC even during this pandemic.
Yeah, that was actually something that I've mentioned to a lot of people since working with Low Kick at Frosty, is the production value is spectacular, but more than that, everybody who runs Low Kick is incredibly professional, very communicative, and so easy to work with, and they run a really great show. So thank all of you for watching and tuning into this first BB Tag tournament. Mentioned earlier, Low Kick is one of the partners for the Arc Rivo Online Fall Tour, and we're really happy to be able to support them support Low Kick through things like the Matcherino and through streams like this. So once again, support the Low Kick TOs and streamers. All donations go directly to the team. Woohoo! So if you want to throw a subscribe, go ahead and do that. There's some donate buttons underneath the About section on this stream right here. And of course, you can type exclamation Matcherino and donate directly to the Matcherino, which supports tonight's tournament.
As well as exclamation donate low kick, as was just typed into the chat. You can see it. The bot picked up the donation page. They've been holding it down super tight. They've been putting up tournaments pretty much since everything closed down. I really appreciate it. They've been running a tight ship. These guys are just super awesome.
Yeah, Low Kick has provided a lot of opportunities for competitive online play nearly every week since lockdown started. As you've probably been able to tell, this is Low Kick Online 23, so 22 tournaments have preceded this one, which is great because it's not only this game, it's a lot of different kinds of games. For example, Low Kick 25 is going to be ARMS, which is going to be next Tuesday.
Man, ARMS is such a wild game. I love the aesthetic to it. I've never played it. It just seems so. It's so much fun to watch, though. It's just so cool.
It's
ARMS has rollback. Since when? I heard nightmares when the game first got released.
But now ARMS supports rollback netcode, so that's a new thing that you can play. Pretty awesome.
If ARMS has rollback, come on, guys, what are you doing? If ARMS has rollback and you don't.
Oh dear. Well, for everything that we've just mentioned here, if you want to check it out, follow Low Kick eSports on Twitter. A lot of this all gets posted there, and you can find out the latest information for it. Oh, and there's our Matcherino prize pool!
Once again, use exclamation Matcherino in chat if you want to get the link for to donate to the pot. You can donate a free 50 cents, and you can use the coupon code LKO23BBTAG to donate for free. It's free money. Like, I don't know why you're not gonna do it, because I mean, I have.
Yeah, definitely. Easy way. I love that every time our streamer goes through and shows you exactly how easy it was to do. Like, during the time that Dostro was talking, it's like, look, this is how easy it is. Ta-da! And that prize pool is up to $222.90. Thank you guys so much for all of your contributions. That's fantastic.
And growing, too.
All right, so it looks like with that, we're going to get back to our matches, which is Jinsoku versus Golden Mom. This is the last match before loser's semifinal.
The loser of this is out tied for 5th, but the winner moves on to fight Turelf in loser's semis. We've seen these players both before, and they are incredibly strong, but let's see how they adapt to each other.
This should be interesting, because Jinsoku has a really strong team. He has a lot of very, very good routes. He's very practiced. It's in his muscle memory. But Heart Mitsuru, I mean, Golden Boy's had a really good run so far today.
These two teams are both very good at playing neutral, but the thing is, they're good at playing neutral in unique and different ways. And I think it's going to be incredibly interesting to see how this lines up between the two. Oh, but the round start 5A!
It's a nice overhead to open up Mitsuru. And then what we had mentioned before was using Ruby a lot for that 4P to launch. We already are seeing that, and Mitsuru's just about dead.
Mitsuru's just catching the hands, but now we got Heart in, getting clipped by the JB, or JA, excuse me, either button. JA, JB from Ruby, incredible buttons.
Yeah, so we've actually talked about before, how do you counter Heart in the air? I think actually Ruby is a really decent counter, because she controls airspace pretty dominantly as well.
And Ruby loves to be in the air. Her jump buttons are incredible, her anti-air is solid, her assist anti-air is very good. Oh, but the DP, Ragna's DP just not hitting. One of the better anti-air DPs in the game getting clipped.
And he's getting punished for it, too.
Gets out of the empty low. Golden Mop just hitting that C button, trying to fly across the screen. 2A out, just poke.
Yeah, I wasn't able to do anything else off of that, but it was a nice check. It was a safe check.
That was a really good anti-air. Golden Mop has been, or Jinsoku has been very good with these 2B anti-airs, and the burst bait with the double jump, he was looking for it. He was scouting it.
And with
Let's get some health back.
Eliminate Mitsuru.
So Carmine's a vampire, but Ragna is a vampire too, catching some blood to his veins. What's going on? There's so much.
My goodness, yeah, I was just holding my breath because that Ruby... Jinsoku's being so careful with Ruby in the air, and he's just checking so lightly so he doesn't lose the character.
The change of the air momentum, the JC homing dash, getting around the 2B, Jinsoku letting it lose too early and loses his Ruby for it. Oh, but the jump back, jump buttons from Jinsoku's Ragna, putting Heart into the ground, taking the first game. Jinsoku up 1-0 at the moment.
No, I wouldn't call that a dominant round from Jinsoku, but it was definitely solid.
Had a firm hold for a lot of the round. It just so happens that the Golden Mop used his heart to get in at very tricky points in the end, and was able to. It seems like he was adapting, even in that single game, in that short span of time, using the slight change in the unique properties of Heart's homing dash to get around these anti-airs that Jinsoku was trying. He stuffed a 5B from Ragna and got around the 2B from Ruby even.
And Golden Mop realizing that Heart is his stronger character in this and decides to put her first this time.
Yeah. Heart can play neutral a little bit better after round start against these characters, it seems, with that homing dash.
Jinsoku's cross-combo active switching is it's so hard to keep up with what character's active. Not only because he's doing it so frequently, but also he's choosing red colors and he's on player one side, so it's a little bit harder to see.
Something that was a bit of an issue when Heart was getting just beat up. Golden Mop, this game and last game, is very reluctant to burst, even though he had just about a free opportunity during that cross combo that Jinsoku's been putting up. We're just playing some neutral jump cancel, getting little pokes here and there, but no full damage.
Right. Yeah, both players are being, right now, really careful about, making sure they actually confirm before they go in and, get counter hit or something.
Cannot press buttons against that. The lunge from Mitsuru is so incredibly strong. Oh, you get a mix-up after this.
Yeah, but he only caught Heart with that. Mitsuru was blocking.
He went for the killed character. It's a very smart decision from Jinsoku. Oh! The super just before the assist left, preventing the burst from Golden Mop.
Yeah, and the mirror from Mitsuru, while it's not going to punish Ruby coming in for resonance, but it did, sort of block off part of the screen. Is he going to Astral? Is he going to do it? Yo!
Yo, anime, let's go. These look so cool.
Oh, that was fantastic. And
I mean, if you have Resonance level 4 and you got 9 bars, you deserve to Astral your opponent if they get hit. It's just a fact.
That's so funny. And Golden Mop, who previously Astraled his opponent, said in chat, karma. It kinda is.
Yeah, what goes around comes around.
Yup.
If I've learned anything from my days playing tetherball.
Sorry,
Get
I
ready.
just was laughing.
Get
Woo.
ready.
So, just like that, Jinsoku's up 2. Golden Mop. I mean, again, this is a very back and forth match. I don't feel like any player has a particular advantage, like strongly over the other. But if Golden Mop, Golden Mop really gets his heart going, I think it's going to be very helpful in this matchup.
Yeah, and something that was really rough in the last game, Hart took a lot of damage incredibly early, and it might be the same here, and that really sort of prevented Golden Mop from really controlling the pace as well as they did when they had the solo Hart previously.
Right.
Oh, baited!
That was a nice punish.
This man ate the worm, now is taking so much damage.
Oh, I wasn't expecting a grab. Holy moly. I mean, it was good. It was a good option.
And Jinsoku
now,
with a grab of their own, and Golden Mop, I think, tried to tech it.
Yeah, it might have been a very late tech.
We'll get this Sparta boot. Let's go.
Both neutral jumped. I love when Ruby just runs really, really fast.
Ruby runs incredibly fast. It is scary sometimes. Oh, good 2B.
Good punishing.
Jump canceling your normals and very smart points.
I think Jinsoku was trying to set up something there with Ragna on the other side, but he got hit by the projectile from Hart.
Baited that
Wow.
small, tiny block. Probably the only time I really saw a wake-up reversal from Golden Mop this entire set. Jinsoku just had the read.
Yeah, so, really good showing from Golden Mop. He had a lot of games to play. He played 4 games. But he is going to be going home, or already is home. He will be going away from the bracket. And Jinsoku
Relegated
is
to
going on to face
spectators
Ishtar.
bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So, Golden Mop off to fight Ishtar in loser semis. But it looks like we're getting winners finals queued up for you right now. Marvin Pie has entered the arena.
Ooh, so this is going to be Duckator and Marvin Pie. So Marvin Pie bringing 9 Hilda back, and
Duckator, I believe, was on Heart Labrys. So Duckator, we still have a Heart left in bracket. The slippery super dash from Heart has not yet left our vision. But let's see how Marvin Pie can control this air momentum. Now, Hilda herself can do a solid job of it, but I'm not quite sure what 9 might do. She's got her teleport dashes to get around the movement that Duckator might have, and the mix-ups that he might have in store, but without any sort of elemental gauge built up, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for 9 to sort of maneuver around Heart.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Oh, he switched to 9 Elizabeth. So Marvin Pie also plays Elizabeth.
I love Elizabeth.
So this is the setup options are going to be a little bit different. Ooh.
Oh, that's some nice colors.
Like how we're both like, ooh, colors. I like.
Hey, if you're playing a tag game, you either run matching colors, or you run color 1. And if you do anything else, you're doing it just to tilt me.
Oh yeah, the color game is a real thing.
The sort of pseudo IAD with the homing dash there, getting some damage. Empty low. Marvin Pie, how are you blocking this? Oh my god.
Marvin Pie is really keeping his cool here, even though Duckator is doing a really good job opening him up.
Oh, the 5BB normalized the happy birthday heights, and now we're gonna get some incredible damage. Yellow axe, not quite red. Oh, but the double super trying to leave Heart on point.
Oh wow. And so Elizabeth's in her enhanced damage state, but
Awaken mode? Awakening?
Yeah, in her awakened mode.
I don't like the Elizabeth pick against Duckator's team. I think Hilda would do a much easier job. Elizabeth, not so great at controlling the air. I think Marvin Pie might be considering using the JC from Elizabeth to perhaps get the air-to-air grab, but I don't think he's running it back. I don't think this is that good of a matchup decision for Marvin Pie.
I'm not sure. You know, we didn't have the opportunity to really see what Elizabeth could do because they died.
Marvin Pie in the chat says Hilda cannot stop Heart in the air. Alright, I'll trust you on that. You're a much better player than I am, that's for sure. Oh, the teleport dash, so sneaky. Get those big fists.
Alright, so Marvin Pie getting to play this time. So this will be really cool to see what the Elizabeth pick can do, because now we actually get to see it.
We got a full element meter. Bopped on the overhead. Could have confirmed off of that even. But the spacing might have been a little off. So happy birthday. 9 might be going down. Assist for the extension. We're on Red Axe territory. Didn't have enough for a super, but clipped him on the wake up.
Yeah, the Red Axe is very scary.
Elizabeth a bit dangerous on her own. She might be able to do some very fancy, tricky setups with the Awakening.
Lots of damage.
Okay, that mix-up was disgusting. And he went into Awakening to get all that red life, and he's recovering it and using that to build meter left and right.
Yeah, and he used the resonance cancel into the super too to finish the combo, and that actually killed
Oh my!
Lapras. That's a huge deal.
Marvin Pie. Oh, tried to go for the big read with the grab there.
Oh, that setup was great with the stuff on the ground.
The trap. Orbs coming. Ooh. The enhanced Magarudyne. The big tornado. Surprisingly fast recovery.
Oh, that was a good counter.
The big Maziodyne.
A lot of full screen. Yeah, she has a lot of full screen counter options. I kind of see what Marvin Pie is talking about with the options that Elizabeth has against Heart. Now that we're getting to see a true one-on-one with them.
Even still, this is incredibly tough. Oh, but we got the overhead from the 5BB, allowing Heart to get airborne and confirms off of the dive kick using the special cancel with the homing dash. Just Duck Hater so incredibly strong on offense. Marvin Pie had something going, but Elizabeth can't quite do so much against anyone when they're up close against her.
It was a much closer match for sure. Marvin Pie had a lot more opportunities during that previous match to open Duck Gator up and sort of expose a couple of the weaknesses there, but Duck Gator's Heart is incredibly oppressive and really strong, so it's gonna take some work to knock that team out.
Marvin Pie just really needs to get his offense started. That's really how he's been doing a lot of his work previously, especially with those 9 setups.
Right. That is something that we saw a lot before.
Oh my, get out of my head, Charles. Marvin Pie with the burst bait on the first hit there?
Yeah, now we're starting to see those corner setups that Marvin Pie was doing so well with in previous matches.
Yeah, and Lapras can't really do much of anything against this. Oh, but challenges the cross combo there, building up to Red Axe.
She's definitely got a lot of damage right now. Ooh, 5C whiffs, and she's gonna get punished for it, or did Heart recover? Heart recovered this time.
No, it was...
Ooh, but Elizabeth!
The 4 bars get out of jail free card. Oh my god, that was so gross!
That was an incredible setup. I was actually confused as to where the character was on screen.
You know, I think I might know why Marvin Pie's been having a bit of trouble blocking overheads. His brain is too big. This man can't wear a helmet.
Oh, just missed the pickup there. Heart lives! Oh, no she doesn't.
The quick assist. 9 I believe that's her 5P is incredibly fast.
Alright, so Marvin Pie puts one on the board. Much more dominating match from him.
Marvin
and
Pie's...
sort of did what we were talking about.
Marvin Pie's aggression is so tight that once he gets started, it's so hard to get him off you. He has the setups, he has the composure, he has the presence of mind to figure out where the hits are and how to spend the resources in an effective way. Mix that in with just a hard call out like that burst bait that Marvin Pie had last game, and it is a deadly combination.
Marvin Pie, I mean, not that Duck Gator doesn't either. Both of these players have a lot of tournament experience, both on and offline, so they are really able to keep their heads in the situation rather than, what we were talking about earlier, reflecting on previous play.
Fade back, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, Duck Gator with the boxing sway? Shimmied him like it's Street Fighter 5. What are you doing?
If Marvin Pie loses Elizabeth here, he's going to have a really difficult road ahead of him.
Tagged out to Labrys in an attempt to to get out of that burst right there, but it's going to be a little bit hard once Nine's able to establish a neutral game. Labrys has a bit of trouble against this.
Yeah, Labrys down to just her blue axe now, so she's not doing the damage that she was previously, and Nine jumps in behind her. Ooh, active switch to Elizabeth, but Duck Gator blocks it.
It's out of the 5BC from Elizabeth, not getting grabbed here. Oh, sniped.
Heart has had full health when she came in. That's crazy to me this far into the match.
Marvin Pie is kind of on some slivers here, but oh, the stagger.
Marvin Pie's doing a really good job managing his health, though. Making sure to put the other character in the back to regen as soon as it's safe. Oh,
the homing dash, the little clip on the head. Nine is on such a small sliver of health. The homing dash around the reversal there. Nine's DP has such a small hitbox.
I mean, I definitely understand the choice. If both characters from Duck Gator were slightly closer, Marvin Pie would have hit them both with the DP, but unfortunately they were just out of range, and he lost the match on that. And as somebody brought up, these two also play each other all the time, so they are pretty aware of how the other person plays. So it's cool that we get to see that. But in the end, Duck Gator takes it 3-1 and will be going to Grand Finals. Marvin Pie is going to face the winner of Ishtar versus Jinsoku.
Golden Mop in the chat says these two play each other all the time, so
right.
I can definitely understand how you might be several levels deep or understanding your opponent to such an incredibly detailed level that these two players seem to have.
Yeah, and that also, I mean, we said earlier that Marvin Pie was talking about how, what's her face? The names have escaped me.
Elizabeth and Hilda?
Yeah, how Hilda isn't going to have the same, effectiveness against Heart as Elizabeth, and he might have learned that from playing Duck Gator.
Now we're going against Jinsoku versus Ishtar. Ishtar seems to be returning to their main team that they've played for most of the event tonight, if not everything except the previous set they played. Running with...
It was working well.
I was working incredibly well. It just so happens that the player matchup seemed to prove better with the Hakume and Batista here. But Jinsoku might be able to maneuver around all these tricks that Ishtar has been having with the team that they have lined up for us.
Right. I think, too, that Ishtar is comfortable with his Carmine Izayoi, so he'll wait and see how it feels, and then depending on the results of the match, he might switch back to that Hakumen Batista team.
We'll have to see. Jinsoku has been incredibly strong at controlling the neutral in all of the set, almost all of the sets we've seen. Jinsoku lost, I believe, to Marvin Pie in winner's side, but it was an incredibly close set, regardless.
It was. We should be getting into this match shortly. Yes.
queuing up right about now.
Fabulous. All right.
Here it is. The round start's going to be an interesting play between the two, as Ragna and Carmine both have very incredibly strong and incredibly long 5As. They're both fast, and they both hit very far away from them. And a lot of players who on both of these characters just love to hit 5A, perhaps with assist backup on round start.
Right. I expect a pretty explosive round start, honestly.
Escape from crossing fate.
If anyone gets hit, it's going to be incredibly explosive, but I guess they know the character matchup. They were just
There's a
backing
jump
off.
back call assist.
Oh, the comp in Hades!
Yeah, Jinsoku already doing that frequent character switching that we saw him do in the previous matches that he played.
It's an incredibly strong tool, as it allows you to build up to Resonance level 4 incredibly quickly. It allows you to gain health back in your secondary characters, as well as just get those damage boosts from the active switches.
Yeah.
And the cross combos.
And Jinsoku, with all of the things that you just mentioned, has reduced Ishtar to one character. And we've seen Ishtar's Izayoi, and she has been able to, kill two characters, but not if she doesn't get the opportunity to do so.
Oh, we're gonna get quick left-right here. Ishtar returning.
Jinsoku expected that switch.
The teleport can be quite telegraphed from Izayoi if you don't set it up well, as you just jump back, you throw out the fireballs, and you just spend that extra bar for a teleport. It can be pretty easy to scout out if you know what to look for. And Jinsoku taking the first game with an easy cross combo. Ruby, one of the easiest characters, and perhaps one of the best characters to cross combo with.
She has a lot of really good buttons when you cross combo, and like we had mentioned earlier, Ragna and Ruby complement each other really well. So these combos that Jinsoku's been able to get off just showcase that synergy really well.
Exactly. The 214B as well as the 236B as well as the J236B from Ruby. Incredibly strong at setting up pressure and continuing pressure. And it looks like Ishtar switching back to Hakume and Batista.
Yeah, just
perhaps
like you mentioned, he felt out the first round, wasn't going his way, switches to this team where he had success.
Yeah, the previous game was all Jinsoku. Ishtar had very little footing. Did not that much damage at all, really.
Both characters for Jinsoku were pretty healthy by the end of that. So this will be interesting, because I feel like Jinsoku's a really careful and calculated player, and Hakumen has so many counter hits that he works off of. So it'll be neat to see how this lines up.
Oh, there's the first counter of the set, but gets clipped. Oh my god, unfortunate drop from Jinsoku there. Oh, easy punish! The 4P, that's unburstable right there.
Yeah.
Full combo. Oh, we had to reset.
Both characters got hit, yeah. Batista said, I'm out! Using that full range to her advantage, but Ruby said, I don't care, I'm gonna come in.
Just wake up DP. Did that clash with Ragna assist?
I think he did.
Oh, push block punish?
To Ragna. He active switched as soon as Hakumen came in.
Oh, but we got the 4P punish there, the burst. Unfortunate from Ishtar.
Punish.
Gonna lose Hakumen. Still looking very healthy from Jinsoku. Gonna be an easy kill here. Doesn't even need to spend bar. Jinsoku, incredibly strong presence in neutral against Ishtar. Ishtar found some space and was able to do a few things here and there, but Jinsoku was all over it.
Yeah, and when Jinsoku gets a combo going, he knows his roots really well, and he's able to really maximize his damage. And you can see it there because he'll catch a character and then they're just done. So now the question is, does Ishtar go back to the Carmine, or does he stick? Okay, so he is going to stick with Hakumen and Batista. He feels like that's going to be his stronger team.
Ride or die. He's on this team until the end of the set.
It worked well for him when he played against Terrell, honestly.
Unfortunately, it's not doing so well against Jinsoku. The player counter pick is just too strong right now. Oh,
So
the
he
round
opened with
start.
the counter.
The round start advancing counter.
It's a very bold choice because had Jinsoku decided to not do anything,
Oh, what the
Hakumen could have been destroyed.
unreactable 50-50.
That 4P from Ruby is really coming in clutch for Virgil.
Oh, we saw this once before, but not quite close enough to get the cute sandwich. DPing out yet again, just mashing the button. Let's get it going.
He dropped the combo. That's not something that we've seen Jinsoku drop a lot from Ruby.
Flash kick
And the
punish.
punish.
Oh, you just got hit by that.
Yeah, the assist from Hakumen took out Ravna. This is a very interesting turn of events.
The 6P from Hakumen has so much recovery, or so much startup that I'm surprised Jinsoku got hit by that at all.
Ishtar could lose Hakumen here and might go down to solo. Oh no! What a decision!
The link on that super there is deceptively tight. Ishtar takes their first game of the set.
Yeah, so I guess, not I guess, but the ride or die was a good choice.
It's working out for him now. It worked out for him previously. Ishtar's getting his footing and figuring out what Jinsoku's been doing to get around all of his shenanigans.
Get ready.
So we are back in. This is game 4. Jinsoku's still on match point. All right, we're skipping the intros.
Gotta wait a little bit for the online to catch up.
Right. So a lot of damage on the Batista assist here.
Unrecoverable damage too. Just bursts out
go back
early.
to her.
That gauntlet,
Ishtar was afraid.
Hades!
Yeah, I think Ishtar was afraid Hakumen was going to take a ton of damage, and that seems to be a stronger character in this set.
Gets around the mix-up, returning to neutral, being stuck in the corner. Ishtar, but he clips both
happy
characters.
birthday. Yeah.
He has no
Ruby
bar.
gets out of the combo.
Oh, safe jump. But the 4-bar get out of jail free card. The cross up, so cute from
The conversion
Jinsoku.
after that from Ruby too was really impressive. The presence of mind to keep that going and to know where your character was on screen was pretty awesome.
With a 5P.
What a tech! Yay!
Rare footage of someone teching in a versus game. Although it is an anime game, so anime players do know how to tech first. So it's neither this nor that. Oh, gross. Teleport mix-ups.
And then, and he killed Batista without using too much of his meter too, which is pretty good.
Oh, left rights. Eat the mix-up. Yo, he went for super there. I felt it. The counter was so much larger.
Oh, he dropped the combo. He could have probably ended it because he had so much meter. And he does. There we go.
Good
So good take it.
gunshot to call out Ishtar. And the assist on backup, Ishtar was just flinching in front of that. Had a steep hill to climb, but Jinsoku taking the 4th game and taking the match 3-1 over Ishtar. Ishtar gets sent to the spectators bracket.
But a really good showing from Ishtar, and it was cool to see him play 2 entirely different teams across the matches that he did play today.
Yeah, now we're gonna see Marvin Pie against Jinsoku. Previously, these two met in the upper bracket, the winners bracket, and it was 3-1 in Marvin Pie's favor. Jinsoku had a very strong first game against him, but Marvin Pie just found his footing and was able to set up the offense. Marvin Pie's offense is so incredible in this game.
Right, so I'm wondering if Marvin Pie is going to go back to the 9 Hilda setup that worked so well for him in that first match between him and Jinsoku, or if he chooses to go with Elizabeth.
He typed in chat, "It's gambling time," so I think maybe we might see the Elizabeth? I'm not sure.
He's gonna go back to Hilda. Okay.
I respect the choice. Stick with what works. You knew this worked for you against Jinsoku previously, and quite strong and demanding as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did work really well for him the first time, so why risk that going any other way?
And his Hilda was incredibly strong against Ragna and Ruby previously. Hilda can keep those two out pretty well if you know what you're doing, and who better than Marvin Pie?
Who better? So let's see how this goes. The first time Marvin Pie, like we said, 3-1. See if it's a repeat of that, or if Jinsoku has momentum in his favor now.
Oh, it's a 2B getting around the clash, but he was not ready for it. I'm not sure the 2BB would have been able to hit someone so low. Just setting up, getting these 5Bs going. Oh, he slipped out of that? That was so sneaky, Marvin Pie.
And now Marvin Pie is on the receiving end of the damage with Hilda, but he still has a full health 9, so he could.
Oh, you called your assist too.
Uh-oh.
But we mash out. It's okay. Oh, the momentum on that is so weird. I love the choice from Marvin Pie there.
Yeah, he's got a really good handle on that. Oh, and Marvin was pressing a button, and the Wake Up Supers actually worked for Jinsoku that time.
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Alright, so
delayed
entry with a lot to go through here.
Good choice with the delayed entry from Jinsoku, getting around, resetting to neutral. I'll put the rain up.
Oh, and the resonance in the air prevented him from getting hit by Ragna's super, but Marvin Pie takes the damage. And
he wouldn't have actually gotten hit by the super on the way down, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think he was just trying to land and instantly go into resonance to get out of it, perhaps. Either way, he had the punish, but he jumped over trying to reclaim the corner and lost position and got DP'd for his troubles.
Mm-hmm.
So Marvin Pie just really needs to get started. Jinsoku as well. Either way, I think whoever gets the first big hit is really going to establish a strong lead and be able to take home the game between these two.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made from Marvin Pie's side, just because he did have such a dominating performance the first time these two met in bracket.
Oh, that switch, that 50-50. The 4P from Hilda is so good. Covers so much space, the jump air to air. Just now, Ruby things.
Yeah, now Marvin's trapped in the corner, but a nice grab to reverse the situation. And we know that Marvin Pie has got these corner combos against Jinsoku.
Well, unfortunate drop, but we got some instant overhead. Can we confirm? Yes, we can.
And the punish on the flash there. Crash.
Corner combos with Hilda are extra weird. Gotta be careful. Oh, drops the pin.
Whew.
On the Anthony Fontana, we got the needle drop going.
There are so many active switches happening. It's almost hard to tell who's doing it. Oh, got Mercedes whiffs.
Could have been able to catch. Call an assist, I believe, to punish the super there, but gets the kill on Ragnar nonetheless.
Yeah, could worked out in his favor. Marvin Pie's playing a little bit more carefully here, and you know, he's landing hits where he knows he can get combos.
Marvin Pie, incredibly convincing victory over Jinsoku in this second game here. Seems like
Yeah, very convincing.
On track to get a repeat of their previous set.
Yeah, and wasn't this actually how the previous set went? Like, Jinsoku took the first one and then Marvin took the next 3? Or am I...
It is how it went previously. The difference was Marvin Pie started 9 in the very first game, and that's what I really think led to his downfall in their previous set. But he's since learned that the Hilda start is a little bit better against Jinsoku right now.
Yeah, it's paying off for him a lot, as it did right there.
Ground start JC, such a strong option from Hilda.
Marvin Pie's also doing an incredible job punishing every time Jinsoku switches, whether it's a crash or an active switch or whatever he decides to do.
Go check this 50-50, unfortunately, doesn't go for it. Oh, punishes! Jinsoku trying to beat up on Hilda, but that's not the point character.
Oh, we're all waking up supering. Everybody supers.
Oh, gets the free 2000 damage extra off of the gravity squeeze. With the right combo, here it is.
Yep. So now Jinsoku just down to Ruby, and this corner is scary when Marvin Pie's in charge.
Just trying to bait something out here, just going for some Street Fighter 5 shimmies. Doesn't matter, we're not push blocking, we're not blocking at all. Jinsoku caught the elements, caught the hands. Losing this third game, Marvin Pie on match point right now, trying to get that revenge on Duck Hater.
Yeah, so despite how Jinsoku played really dominantly in the first set, he hasn't been able to get his footing in the next ones. So we're going to see if he makes any adjustments, if he's able to get in on Hilda and make her a non-factor, which is really how he seems to have won his previous sets against Marvin Pie, whenever he can take out a full character. But we're just going to see. Find out what happens next time on Blazblue Cross Tag Battle.
Good active switch, got around the anti-air and was allowed to keep the cross combo.
Ragnar's just in a world of hurt right now. Yeah, you gotta switch and you're gonna lose the character otherwise.
Just 5B. The buttons on Hilda are so good. Why did they give her JC, Uni JC or JA? That was ridiculous. Unrecoverable health. This is a DP punish, so you can't burst out of this. But let's get some health back of our own.
That is a lot of damage, 12.3k, and yeah, switch saved the character, but you're gonna eat a whole load of damage here.
Tried to poke out. What are you doing, Marvin Pie? You're catching these sight hits to the face. Arachna's is like a sword scythe combo, I guess.
Scythes, it's fine.
1.5 scythes on screen.
So with DP, this could be the opportunity that Marvin Pie needs to take back the game.
Oh, teleport dashes through the DP! And Marvin Pie, the smart player and dexterous player as he is, holding down the button to prevent the active switch from, or cross combo from messing up his combo, punishing the burst here, getting his offense going.
Yeah, this right-hand corner seems to be where Marvin Pie just gets all of his damage. Oh, okay. Oh, we're all supering. Ruby super wins.
I mean, we say that Yang has her own pause button, but if your opponent supers, that's a quick pause of your own. Uses the full
Once
Punish!
again, Resonance is in the air. He might be able to take Ragna out of the picture here, and that would be pretty great for Marvin Pie.
Oh, moving into Rampage
Ooh,
time.
punished.
Oh, we get a super after this.
Yeah, Resonance cancels the super. Ruby's gonna die, pretty sure?
That's a dead
Yep.
Ruby. Setup on incoming. Delayed incoming. Oh, eat this mix-up. We block overhead.
Both players really careful.
5-8. 2B.
Oh, Jinsoku has Astral. He could
Single
use
hits
it,
away.
Nope, lost it.
Punishes the JC.
Marvin Pie was just a hair faster. And is
Marvin.
that going to be the game?
That should be it. Marvin
Yes,
Pie, the
that's the
tiny
game.
step back, notices the spacing and takes the set 3-1 in an incredibly close last game against Jinsoku.
Holy moly, that was a really, really great fourth game from these two. It really was it was down to the wire. You know, it really in that last second where Marvin Pie got the advantage with Hilda when he just hit a second faster than Ragna did, it could have gone either way.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jinsoku and Marvin Pie play each other a whole hell of a lot as well.
Both of them being Illinois, Chicago area guys, I would suspect that's the case.
I would.
All right, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. Before
I would not be surprised. It was a very back and forth, and there was some very unique and minute adaptations that took place between both of their sets, really. And we might even see some more adaptations in this next set as Duckator and Marvin Pie, as was cleared up in chat. They are also training partners or have played each other so much.
They definitely run into each other frequently. So this is, like I was talking about earlier, they're not playing the character matchup, they're playing the player matchup. So it's really being, in each other's heads about this. So before we do that, I think we are going to run our ads one more time, so we have an extra opportunity to talk about those.
So we got Matcherino going. We're working on our last opportunities to give these players some free money. Over $200, only getting larger with each second. Up to $223.40. Type exclamation Matcherino. The bot will tell you a code to donate free money. You'll see it on screen right now. LKO23BB tag. Easy as that. 30 seconds, maybe even less.
Yep. Just complete that. You can log in on any of these, Battle.net, Facebook, whatever, get more free money, contribute, and all of those, that Matcherino prize money supports our players this evening. So thank you. And thank you for all of the people who have contributed so far. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate your support. So once again, use command, exclamation Matcherino, the bot will come up and show you where to go.
And this Fridays are always low kick nights. They've been stepping it up on Tuesdays as well, but this Friday we got 3 games: Grand Blue Fantasy versus Soul Calibur 6 and Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. 3 incredible games and incredible competition. Low kick stepping it up, putting the streams out, organizing these tournaments, getting these players the competition that they hunger for, even with everything that's going on in the world.
And all of these tournaments can be found on smash.gg, and you can follow Low Kick Esports on Twitter, and all of the information can be found there as well.
This Saturday, Cruise Clash Arena. These 4 games on screen: KI, Power Rangers, Skullgirls, and Smash Melee. 4 games with good netcode, 4 games with incredible pot bonuses from the lovely people over at Cruise TV. They have sunk $500 into the pot for each game. Not in total, for each game. That's $2,000 at stake at least.
That's actually pretty amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. There's going to be some killers out, I bet, for each of these events. Low Kick helping out with the stream. They've been tweeting about it all the time. You can follow the link, smash.gg/Cruise Clash Arena to find the bracket. Starts Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Central. You'll find me on commentary for Power Rangers.
Sweet.
Oh, one of my favorite games. I love it.
All right. And, oh yeah, we have the Low Kick podcast, which comes out on Saturdays. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Central, and you can also catch that if you don't happen to catch it live on the YouTube channel, which is Low Kick eSports on YouTube. You can also check out any of Low Kick's previous broadcasts on their YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out as well if there's anything that you want to catch up on.
And support your TOs, support the scene, the Low Kick TOs and streamers. All donations will be going directly to them. Hit !donate Low Kick in chat. If you feel like being generous, if you want to help them polish up their streams, even though there's very little to polish, they all look so clean.
They do. The layouts are all really clean. It's all run really well. You can also support it by subscribing. And if you have Twitch Prime, you can go ahead and throw your Twitch Prime and subscribe at them as well.
Yeah, all the money goes to support their brackets, to support their stream, their TOs. Everything is run so smooth, so clean. This tournament has gone with very little to interrupt it this evening, and we are truly blessed to have this crew on our side.
Definitely. And I think there's one more tournament, which is the Low Kick Online's ARMS tournament, which is going to be next Tuesday, 8/25. We were informed earlier that ARMS has rollback netcode.
Praise
so what's stopping
be.
you from playing?
You have no excuse. If you have ARMS, if you have the game, sign up. It's free.
Yeah.
You might even get a few bucks along the way.
Yep,
All these tournaments are Matcherino supported. All these tournaments have incredible competition. They even have their previous ARMS tournament, I believe it was their first one, up on their YouTube page. You can even scope out the competition.
It's not spying. It's learning about your opponents.
It's
preparation,
research.
right?
It's data.
It's research and data. All right, so with that, hey, we went up another couple dollars on the Matcherino. Thanks, guys. And I do want to say I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in for this entire bracket. It's been a lot of fun. This is the first of hopefully many Blazblue Cross Tag Battle tournaments with Low Kick eSports as they pair up with Arc System Works for their fall online tour.
Yeah, and we should be getting into this last match of the night. We have Duckator in winner's side of Grand Finals against Marvin Pie. Loser's side, we have at least 3 more games, hopefully more for you up and coming. Duckator in this previous set between the two was so incredibly dominant.
He was. He just didn't let Marvin Pie play. These two met in the winners finals. So this is a rematch. We are in the grand finals of our very first Low Kick eSports Blazblue Cross Tag Battle tournament. And Marvin Pie went back to the Elizabeth, as we discussed in depth before. He prefers to play it against Hart.
Yes, I saw him in chat saying Hart is one of Hilda's top 5 worst matchups.
So he is deciding not to play it. And Marvin Pie coming in swinging.
Setting up the ball. Maziodyne. Elizabeth's buttons deceptively strong. Even though they're a little bit slow sometimes, they're quite good at what they do. Air DP.
And all of a sudden, Labras is missing a lot of health.
A little bit more checked off there with the Maziodyne. And clipped low. Missed the punish, but the DP from Marvin Pie actually reversals the crab as well.
So Duckator down to his solo Hart, but this is not a position he's unfamiliar with, and he's won this particular situation before.
Yeah, Duckator's Hart is nothing to sleep on. Oh, we get a mix-up off this. Where are we guessing? Low? Oh, jumped over the grab.
Really good choice, and this is a happy birthday. He could take out 9 depending on the decision he makes with Heart.
9 is
And
so
then-
dead.
Oh, 9 dropped out of the combo.
I spoke too soon. That
How
nobody
dare
is
you.
safe from the commentator's curse.
Never
But
speak too
flipped.
soon.
Flipped low, the unfortunate drop. What can you do? Marvin Pie just has to play patient. But the
Oh,
assist
and with
got
that laser
sniped.
clip, the assist, yeah.
Oh, that super was free for Marvin Pie. It was just a pause button. But unfortunately, because he didn't lose any life, he didn't gain any meter.
That's true.
With
So
the easy,
Duck Gator-
quick combo. The resonance bonus on the super, the extra animation, the extra hits, allowing Duck Gator to get that one character comeback.
Yeah, that was... If you had seen Heart versus 2 nearly full health characters, regardless of the fact that they're 9 and Elizabeth, you'd have been like, oh, Heart's done. And Duck Gator said, I am not done.
Yeah, Heart and 9 and Elizabeth, not the healthiest. 9, I believe, is on the lower side of the health pool. Elizabeth down there as well, but the Heart combos that we've seen from Duck Gator, regardless of how much health you have in total, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
And Duck Gator's just really showing off why Heart is such a strong choice right now.
The 4
As he puts 9 in the corner.
gets the empty low. Duck Gator's offense being really strong, but Marvin Pie doing an incredible job on defense. Misses the confirm on the JA.
9 is taking so much damage.
This might be a dead 9. We have cross combo on hand, but he decided not to use it. Just
Yeah, he just
ducking
goes
out.
ahead and switch.
It's a DP punish. Losing all this health. Elizabeth not quite in Awakening yet.
No, not yet.
2B.
He's got an opportunity now, but I don't know that... Oh no, Heart dropped out of the combo, and just great blocking from Duck Gator, and takes his turn right back. And now, I think, yeah, 9 is in serious trouble.
He had the burst, but unfortunate for Marvin Pie, Duck Gator was ready for it. Punishes with the assist call.
What a sliver of health to live with. Oh! No, you died. Just kidding.
Wake up super, not good enough to do it when it's just a grab.
And there's that DP that Marvin Pie actually lost the first set with. That's what he lost the entire first set with, was that DP where he expected to, push back both of the players. Did it again, and he lost the game.
9's DP is so incredibly small. She has an amazing offense. Her neutral is phenomenal as well, but her DP, her reversal options are not the best. It's so tiny that small bubble just won't be enough to cover the space that we need to. Marvin Pie just taking a moment to breathe, not yet queuing up, maybe deciding whether or not he wants to risk the Hilda pick, but not yet. Oh, he does pick Hilda.
He did.
I
He went
missed
ahead and
it.
switched. Interesting. So, even though Marvin Pie said this isn't an optimal match for Hilda versus Heart, maybe he feels like in general Hilda is a stronger character now, and if you're gonna go, you might as well go out on that choice.
Life's too short for bad matchups.
Alright.
B.
Heart is in there. Heart might eliminate Hilda before we see if it's a good matchup or not.
Oh, the fuzzy guard. Oh, this should be some hefty setup. Gonna get some solid damage. Tried to go for the unblockable setup, but unfortunately for Marvin Pie, Duck Gator just not in the position to get hit by the JL.
Ooh, Heart 5 seed, but didn't get anything off of it. This could be an opportunity for Marvin Pie. He's got both characters from Duck Gator in the corner.
It's an instant overhead of his own. Gonna cash out the damage as quickly as possible. Not quite enough to kill just yet, but
Oh, the assist kills though. Really good assist call there.
he can just play this rest of this match incredibly patiently if he wants to. This is gonna be a tough hill to climb. Labrys cannot play neutral so incredibly well against two characters that play neutral incredibly. But why play neutral when you can pressure your opponent?
Ooh, Labras got out of the corner. Oh.
Using those teleport dashes to get around the maneuverability that Duckator's trying.
And got
Awesome.
So Marvin Pie puts one on the board.
Now he says it's a bad matchup. He swears it's a bad matchup. We got people in the chat agreeing that it's a terrible matchup. But I don't care what you're saying, Marvin Pie is doing work with this.
He is. I think it was a good choice for him. It paid off for him in the end. I think his combos are a little bit stronger with these two characters. The synergy seems to work better for him than with 9 Elizabeth.
He's doing... Oh, switch the character order a little bit. On 9 on point instead, deciding that 2B round start not so good against the homing dash.
He started with 9 on point in some of his earlier matches, so might be a comfort thing too. But yeah, Hilda opening, that was a little scary.
He's gonna probably jump back. Ooh, controlling space with the 4P, one of the best 4Ps in the game. But the 2L, the empty low off that super dash, not blocking high. Tried to go for the fuzzy, but messed up the timing. Has the possibility to call an assist safely here, but decides not to use it.
Good blocking, avoiding all of that damage, and switches out to Labras so Hart can recover in the back.
He's doing a good job of just playing neutral, but the 5B from Labras right there, catching him off guard. Oh, the autocorrect on the auto combo, that was disgusting.
It was. Labras taking a ton of damage here, and Marvin Pie goes ahead and activate cross combo, but Hart says, hang on!
Yeah, we're working on a gray axe meter from Labras right now.
Oh! You kind of see where Hilda's a bad matchup there for Hart, because she just avoided all of those projectiles and stomped on her.
Hart got around her super dash, getting around the 2B as well. Ooh, clips Hilda in the last possible moment, almost got hit by the 4P there. Might see a burst here.
Yep, and redo.
Good
Hart is very
punish.
healthy. Yeah, this punish could be really scary.
Oh, left, right! Marvin Pie's been using that mix-up so strongly tonight.
He has, and he calls in the crush. Oh no!
Looking strong right now. Left, right, calls.
Yeah. Oh!
Instant overhead, had the opportunity to confirm off of it if he needed it, but just does the trick with that JL. Marvin Pie 2-1 in this first set of grand finals right now.
Oh, I mean, like, I know we said it before, where do you block? You don't. I mean, yeah, I agree, you do your resonance on incoming, maybe you have an opportunity, but holy macaroni, you have to just be ready for anything when 9's on one side and Hilda's on the other.
Unreactable 50-50 the game. That's what it is. You pick a direction and pray, and sometimes try to OS throw tech.
Also, I just want to say these two are within like 20 wins of each other online, and I think that's really funny.
Oh, those are just for the lobby matches or
Right.
room matches as well. Yeah.
Bonkers. So this is
Match point Marvin Pie trying to reset the bracket right now.
right.
Oh, the air to air with the confirm into the 4P, so slick. Continuing pressure. What side? Oh my god, he went around the burst? That was absolutely disgusting. Oh, but good forward tech. Duckator wants nothing of that mix-up.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't change to Heart sooner, but he waited till a point where he knew he was safe, so that was good on his part.
Oh, unblockable. Or hard to blockable in this case.
Had to switch back to Labras to save Heart. I think Duckator knows that Heart's his clutch in this one.
Using those iframes on the teleport dash. Man,
Alright.
that homing dash just scooting along, chugging.
Somebody said it in chat, Duck's Heart is dangerous, and yeah, she is. And he's showing you exactly why.
This should be tough for Labras right here.
That was a nice neutral jump to avoid a lot of that damage, though.
Misses the punish on the 2B there. The JC with assist backup. So strong.
Is he gonna kill 9?
That's dead. You can't burst out of this.
Wow.
Trying to set this up 2-2 right now, but Marvin Pie on a full health bar. Which
And
is
the Heart just blocked out that DP. That could have been Marvin Pie's last mistake.
Green Axe though. Tried to wake up throw, still has resonance to recover any sort of health, but the cross up, uncross up, mix up there picks up for the kill, tying it up match point apiece.
Phew. No, that was it. Duckator won. That was his last
already
one.
2-2?
Yeah, it was 2-2 because the first two, Marvin had Elizabeth as his other character. Yeah, Duckator takes it.
These games go too fast, it's hard for me to keep track. Congratulations, Duckator, no reset. 3-2 against Marvin Pie. Such incredible games between them.
Yeah, and shoutouts to Marvin Pie for showing off both of his character combos with Hilda 9 and Elizabeth 9, and bringing all of that amazing gameplay in, and especially because these two had such exciting matches, both in winners and grand finals.
Oh yeah, and good matches all around. Some incredibly close games, incredibly close sets, and top-notch play that I only expect to improve as we continue this road to Arc Revo.
So, thank you everybody in chat for joining us for that really awesome set of games today, our first BB Tag tournament here at Low Kick. If you want to follow Low Kick on Twitter, they're going to have all of the announcements of their upcoming tournaments and games there. And one last type exclamation Matcherino into the chat, send yourself over to Matcherino and match that pop bonus in the last couple minutes we've got here.
Thank you all in the chat, and thank you all to the players for supporting the community, supporting the game we love, and just giving us all a grand old time.
Alright, just checking with the streamer to make sure there's anything else we need to wrap up before we get this show on the road. Yeah, GG to everybody who played.
Yeah. Thanks to all the players. Quick shout-outs to the events on Friday, on Tuesday, on Saturday, all by Low Kick. Low Kick Online 24 this Friday. We got Grand Blue, Soul Calibur 6, Power Rangers, Cruise Clash Arena on Saturday. There's KI, Smash Melee, Skullgirls, Power Rangers, and ARMS on Tuesday. Check out Low Kick eSports on Twitter. You can find my Twitter below. Hit up a follow, support the community, support the games we love.
Yep, and you can find me on Twitter at Jadelyn Gaming. I do a lot with Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. I am a commentator, competitor, and cosplayer, and you can find all my information over on that Twitter. I stream fairly frequently as well, so if you want to find that schedule, it is also located there. And special shoutouts, thank you, Low Kick, for bringing me back to commentate this. This was a ton of fun, and the Frosty Faustings reunion with Dostro was fantastic.
Definitely, and I hope to see you all in the near future.
All right, thanks everybody. You guys have a great night.